Good Monday morning. Little bit of dip and rip right out of the gate at open. Dropped about 40 points and then ripped right back up to a new high of interday. Not
I'm pretty
quite at the
sure
pre-market high
Anthony
yet.
did the old dip and rip in the bathroom a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, he did. He said 5 minutes. It took him an hour and a half.
Oh, that was bad. That was
Yeah.
bad.
I'm assuming the feed's good, and I'm letting the homies know the feed is good. Because we haven't seen a complaint yet about freezing anything.
Okay.
But hey, if you're new here, this is WhaleWatch, where we use unusual whales, options, tools to trade the markets. We trade options flow live. We'll even take a few here for you. And we scalp futures live using unusual whales periscope, market maker exposure profile. We have some fun. We dick around. If you're new here, we take flow requests throughout the duration of the show, be it an hour, be it 2 hours, be it 3. We kind of go where the market takes us. If things dry up, we let you guys enjoy the rest of your day. If they don't dry up, you stay trapped with us until they do. But with that said, how's your guys' weekend? I know Anthony's sitting on some calls that probably aren't happy.
Yeah, they're still not that happy. I'm looking at them right now. I stupidly got them Thursday after close, and then I tried to sell them on that pump in that little 15-minute time frame, and that hit 15 right when my order went in, and it canceled. And
Oh,
then I had
dude.
to sit down through Friday, but they're good till the 6th. It's just a small little. I'm just was hoping for a dead cat bounce or something, man.
If it makes you feel better, I'll show something on screen for the homies if it makes you feel better. This account balance on the tiny little cash account that I opened on Wednesday. I took this from 350 to 2800 between Thursday and Friday.
What?
And then Friday, when I exited a position, I had filled a limit order instead of... So I filled a long limit order instead of a full profit take. And added to the position and didn't realize it until hours later when I came back and saw all of that profit on. So you're not alone in the Friday shenanigans. I got cooked really bad due to inattentiveness, and
Now,
we're going to
see,
be grinding
Nick,
to get
this
that
would
shit
have been
back.
something to tell me about for a thumbnail.
It's not like topical enough, and we harp on fuck ups.
Making fun of you
already.
is incredibly topical. For this show. I don't know what you're going on about.
But yeah, as always, if you guys have flow requests, anything you want to take a look at, just drop them in whatever chat you're hanging out on. Tucker will pull it up for us, and we'll do flow reads on it. And hey, maybe you'll even find a trade that we like enough to put on. Right now, I'm just watching the open chop. We just set a new intraday low. I'm looking at 451 as the first point of support for NQ. That's where they were towing the line in the overnight session that they couldn't quite conquer. Conquered it. Gave us a nice little rippy poo. Right now they're trekking down toward it. What's Periscope looking like? Looks like Anthony has his up, so I'm just looking at his screen. I mean,
you got positioning down and up almost.
yeah, we do. So it's kind of a range. I might even be looking for a range trade here. Let's see what happens when they tap that little support. If they hold it, we've got about equal positive gamma above and below. And honestly, it's spread out throughout the strikes in this range rather than a wide range of negative gamma for us to try to catch some momentum. We've got several inflection points of positive gamma. There's more strikes up above with concentration in that little range from 65 to 90-ish, 85. But right now, trajectory seems to want to go down. So I'm just going to wait for a bounce, see if it rejects cleanly, and I can get a good short entry. Other than that, I'm going to pop open my other window here. Let's see if we have anything interesting hitting my interval flow.
Yeah, I have nothing yet on my flow feeds. And it is a holiday week too, so keep in mind it might be a little slower, just a
got
tick
a
slower.
random ass tick. FRMI. Wonky right out of the gate fills. Oh, they might not even bounce. They're coming through that 450 support I had on NQ right now. Dude, this is down 20%. What is this? I'm gonna hit you with a link, Anthony, Curious about your read on this random ass ticker. I don't even know what FRMI.
Yeah, let's see. I suppose I should mute my
They're getting
notifications.
shellacked this morning, though. Looks like there's some bottom buyers coming in, if those are indeed
Let's
buys.
take a peek. Take a peek. So 4,700 contracts, 36 cents. We are 2% out of the money. Do we have no earnings this week? What do we got? No earnings on this? Ooh. This.
Oh, I need a bigger bounce than that NQ. Dude, it's just
Ooh,
chugging dicks now. They're not going to give me a re-entry. But I'm not going to chase yet.
Are we dropping? Oh yeah, we're
Dropping a
dropping.
bit.
Ah, that's not what I want to see. Anyways, yeah, that IV is so high on this one, especially for a
Yeah, with
weekly.
that 20% move right out of the gate, that's probably why.
Yeah. I'm taking a peek at it, so it looks like you got that 832.03 kind of being the start of that. I would almost look at that as at least for sure that 99 size there. Man, these almost look like shorting shorts here.
Yeah, those initial
Possible
fills
shorting
raised
the
my
calls.
eyebrow. Even though we've got these at-ask fills, the way they started trickling in, definitely at bid with that wide ass spread, but it's kind of hard to say. The only one that's like right there, we're also at 35. So it's hard to say whether those initial orders at open are related or not. Hard to say.
Yeah, it looks like your IV kind of declines through most of that, maybe a little pop here at the end, but for the most part, it's kind of a muddy tape here. I'd almost want to say short calls there. I mean, I'm not a fan of those $5,
And when the Ivy's
almost
that
anything
hard
under
from a
10.
big, like when the Ivy's inflated like that from an
Yeah,
instant move like that, it's gonna move around a lot regardless of type.
yeah, yeah,
Because implied volatility, I mean, these are weeklies. These expired this week, so they're already gonna have a little bit higher implied volatility due to the proximity to expiration date. But when the market opens and it's got 250 IV, that's gonna drop regardless. Which again, it could lend to the theory of short, because when that IV drops, as does the value of the contract, they're profiting to the downside as that contract loses value.
it's one of those kind of coin flip ones too, because I mean it's right at open too, so there's, and like you said, it's that 20% move on the name, so that's why I kind of hold off, 10, 15 minutes, let everything kind of settle down, let the IVs drop a little bit, and you can get a cleaner read. And I'm looking at that FRMI too. I mean, that's the only sizable trade on there. I mean, you had some puts come in there, but that doesn't even. I mean, 500 contracts compared to that 5,000,
Yeah.
not very significant.
For those of you just coming in here, if you're new, this is WhaleWatch. We trade live options, flow, and futures using Unusual Whale's tools. While we kind of truck along waiting for trade entries, looking at our own flow, if you have any ticker or flow requests, drop them in. Anthony or I will pull that up and give a read. I'm going to be keeping a hawk's eye on NQ because I trade the micro NASDAQ while using Periscope, which Anthony has up on his screen right now.
Perfect moment, actually. The first sort of flowish comment that we've got comes from Jones on the Twitter chat, who says, let's dissect the NASDAQ?
Let's dissect the NASDAQ. What do you
That's
mean
a comment.
by that? Lots of NVIDIA. Dissection complete.
Yeah. Well, I have something kind of similar that I was going to bring up to you. It's not the NASDAQ.
I am in a chaser short with a stop above the last 1 minute candle. This is just for a quick end of 15. If they bounce out of this, they will give me a much better entry. But other than that, go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it wants to drop a little bit there. Cool, great. But anyways,
if you just came in, Anthony's got calls on SPY that he's been sitting in since Thursday.
Yeah, so the calls
All
I
right,
tried
I'm
to
gonna
sell.
take. Ooh, let me see. I'm just watching this 1 minute candle. I might take my tiny little 10, 12 points of profit here if they don't give a quick knife. My full target would be way down at 330, which is 70 points down. I expect some turbulence there given that gamma profile. And we're up nice on this. We're up about 30, coming up on 40 points. I'm gonna take that. No greed here. I expect to bounce back up to this range we just formed underneath the open range there. And maybe I'll take another. If you just came in, I had a very big hit on Friday. I took this account from 350 to 2800, did the wrong order type on Friday, left to do work for 3 hours, came back to catastrophe. So pay attention to the orders you place so you don't get nuked by your own stupidity like I did. But we'll chip away at it. Little baby steps. We just got 120 of it back there. I'll let you guys know if I get another entry and hop back in. If you want to pop open your Periscope real quick, Anthony, essentially what I was looking for was a rejection off of that 6400 positive gamma to target these bigger positive gammas below. But since, like I said at the open, if you just came in, we have a lot of different zones here with different various positive and negative gamma flipping around. I'm not expecting a straight knife, personally. We still could. We've got really heavy positive gamma way down there at 6360. But I still expect, ooh, nice little flip there. Look at that massive gain in positive gamma up at 64, 65. Big flip. Oof. So this, again, we're sitting right on top of that pocket of positive gamma after this update. Those little white dots you see are the prior gamma update. That's what it was 10 minutes ago. And then the faded ones 10 minutes prior to that, so on and so forth. We're still towing the line on this positive gamma zone below us, but that big spike above us makes me wonder if they're going to hold this as support and bounce us back up. But other than that, folks, keep your flow requests coming. If I get in another scalp, I'll let you know. But hey.
Luis Hernandez in the Twitter chat asks about Tesla. Have you guys checked that out this morning yet?
We have not checked Tesla yet. I'll let Anthony take Tesla, because Tesla and I have some bad blood.
Yeah, I'm not
5 or 6 years worth of bad blood.
Yeah, let's go look at that. I am, before we hit Tesla though, I've been watching those net premiums on SPY last 14 session. There's been a lot of call inflow just overall,
especially toward end of day. It looks like
yes, and
well, there's market open shenanigans, and we did get a little bounce above market open there on the 24th.
And with like how bad Friday was, look at all the put premium that just went bid side that day. That's very unusual activity there for me. So just kind of something I'm keeping an eye on overall. But let's go look at Tesla here.
Hit up the Tessie.
Ooh, I'm just kind of looking at those net premiums right away. Just a lot of kind of outflow, just calls and puts. There's some kind of recent call inflow, it looks like. Today's volume. And it's good, and this is the thing I kind of hate about those mega caps. It's a lot of those 0 DTEs that are getting that highest volume. But let's just go in here and take off the 0 DTE. Let's see what we can get in here. And it's early, so
I'm fading that bounce. Really tight stop. I'll lose like 25 bucks if I'm wrong. That's fine. I'll keep you updated. I won't say anything else about this trade until it's over. I don't know.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
I'm the interrupter of the show.
Hey, somebody's got to do it. I am seeing some good action on these weekly, and keep in mind the weeklies are going to be a Thursday expiration this week. We're closed Friday. On that 42360 call, they're 1% of the money. Nothing really of value right here. Oh, well, looks like we had some action from Friday, possibly. Okay, so it looks like all of that carried over there. So again, good example here that just because you see bid side action here doesn't mean it's a sell. Because look at, Jesus, dude, it's Monday. Oh my God. Okay, let's go back to Friday. Sorry, I was like, look at that, all that volume carried. No, so okay, yeah, just kind of a lot of mixed volume in here. None of that carried. You can see I'm already ready for the 3-day weekend, and it's 15 minutes into the day, man. Oh. Yeah, nothing from Friday really carrying over there. And then today's volume on this one, again, just kind of a mix of ask and bid side contracts there. Let's see if we can find something. Maybe this one looks like that volume. Yeah, it's a lot of that volume not carrying over. Yeah, I mean, these chains are building, but just because you're seeing that volume go into that chain doesn't mean necessarily they're buying those. So just kind of keep that in mind. And these are pretty split here too, bid and ask wise. Come on. Let's see if I can find one. That'd be nice. The 370s,
I believe in you.
Yeah.
Believe in the heart of the cards.
That's the one thing I don't like about Tesla, though. There's just so much bad flow on that one. It's mostly finding the bad flow. We can do. Oh man, we just had a lot hit this feed. Let's do this. Come on, baby. Give her a little refresh there. There we go. So let's see what hit my filter the last 7 days on Tesla, if anything. Yeah, nothing. No, why are you doing this? Come on, let's see. We'll do it like this.
Do me like that.
So, okay, here we go.
All right, the short's paying. I interrupted
Oh,
again.
we're dropping more?
Yes, sir. I just trimmed half, and we'll see what this other half gets me.
Depressing. Yeah, I have to manage.
Just a quick flash.
position
People
here.
know I'm not talking shit with nothing to show for it, but we in, baby. My stop's right above this range on the 2 runners. Just right above that tiny range we formed. I want my target of 30s, like I mentioned earlier. All right. Stony out.
Yeah, give me 1 second here. I gotta manage a position here.
Oh, no.
Not a good position.
The
I'm
Thursday calls?
Yeah, I'm saving face on those. Save some lunch money on those ones. And now watch, we're gonna get a...
It's a good mini lesson. You don't gotta let your positions go to 0 on options, y'all. You can
Oh,
always...
yeah.
And I know I'll throw my cam back on here while I either profit off of this or get stopped out on my runners here. Scalper brain, right? I'm on 1 minute to 3 minute time frames, just trading these little range over ranges with my levels. My dog's barking at nothing. That's a nice little bounce they might get me. But you can... I'm a scalper, and so my mentality with scalping, and why I tell people, you know, you shouldn't shadow trade anyway, but I could be in and out of a trade in 3 seconds for a loss or a gain. I'm very snappy and quick with it. I don't like sitting through drawdowns, so I take losses really fast and add into winners as it moves my direction. This looks like it might reverse on me. That's okay. We already won on the other 2. The same's true for options, man. If it's going against you really bad and you don't have a ton of time on it, there's no reason not to take what you got left on that bad boy and reposition elsewhere. You know, like you can, the market's not going anywhere. You can take a quick loss and get back in elsewhere. Fine. It's fine. I'm actually going to move my profit take up this might get it. I need 30 more points on this. That's really far down, eh? But we're keeping an eye on it. Other than that, I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong taking a haircut and getting back in. Like, you can always get back into a position, even if it's slightly different. You know, worry about
Haircut,
it.
that was like a shave. That was like a full-blown shave.
My beard is gone.
That, yeah, that was not fun. That gap down on Friday got me.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun for me until the order fuck up. It was really fun for me until the order fuck up.
I think the thing that bothers me the most, like, I don't care if I'm wrong, but like I put in an order in that last 15 minutes and it didn't fill. I was so pissed. I was just
yeah,
like,
that's always heartbreaking.
Yeah, nothing.
I mean, there was that one before Jay-Z abandoned us for vacation. There was that one we took. We had a really good spy scalp on. Went to take it at market and it moved beforehand. We ended up taking like 5% on a 120% trade. It's heartbreaking when that happens. All right, I added back into that, by the way. We're back at 4 contracts. I'm going to trim 1 right here again and move my stop on the runners again to the just the top of that current range we just formed. And if they get me, who cares? I've already won twice on full size. What are we sitting at? We're sitting at just above 1,000. If this stops me out, we'll be at basically right at 1,000 on the account from an 800 open. So we're trucking along. It's going to take me a little bit to get that colossal fuck up from Friday for $2,000 on my profit. But don't swing for home runs after taking a loss, even if the loss was stupid mistakes. That's how you blow your shit up. We're taking it 1 trade at a time here to get that money back. Got to try to force shit. Vibing. Yeah, and if you got new flow requests, people, drop that shit in there. As far as Periscope goes, this is the same theory we started off with. They couldn't get back above 6,400. I'm just shorting the momentum on the way down, hoping they can get way the hell down there to 63, 65 while I still have a position on. But, I mean, we've got a little bit of that gamma at 6,400 falling off. We still have it building way the hell up at 64, 65 and 64, 35. I want to see if they can get that bottom way down there first, but they might stop out my runners. We'll see. They're getting close to it right now as we speak.
I'm looking at the 0 DTE on Periscope. Man, that it's screaming up to me here, but I'd like to see this gamma
I
down
want to
here
see
at
him
least
sweep
decline
it
a little
first,
bit.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love that
Yep.
sweep. If they don't give it to me, it's all right.
Get-
Like I said, literally 3 minutes ago, the market's not going anywhere. I can get back in if I get stopped out on these runners. It doesn't matter. We already won. That's why they're runners. And we're vibing. And my profit take on these runners is currently below what that initial entry was to begin with. So regardless, this trade can't lose. You know, unless something crazy shit happens. This can happen with options too, where just some batshit insane headline hits. It happens a little more fiercely with futures, where you'll get like 500 points on NQ in like 2 seconds. And let me tell you, that shit skips stop losses when it happens. Good old-fashioned slippage can nuke your shit.
You can
no matter
expect
how
a
right
headline. You can expect a headline because I
Yeah.
cut my spy call, so it's gonna be a positive headline. And that's usually how it always goes. And I hate that so much. For the person that was asking about Tesla too.
Oh yeah,
here,
my bad.
I well, it just seems I'm just kind of doing a face value look here. I mean, the more recent flow here from Friday and then a little bit today here, just kind of the only opening trade today seems short on these, but yeah, there's just so much, kind of like you're saying, Nick, too. Like a headline can change everything. Just one little
Shitloads of
headline.
headline risk
A
right now with the
toothpick changes
geopolitics.
everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was it? What did I call it on Friday when we fucking just mooned? Hold on. Let me I think I called it the Trump tweet yeet.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
This is what happens with a tweet. That was a tweet. That was one tweet in after hours. And it was crazy because wait, was this Thursday? No, it was Friday.
Yeah, that was Thursday. That's the one I was trying to get out on.
Yeah.
That's
This
the
is
one I
the
was trying to get out on. Yeah,
This is the
thanks
one where
for bringing that
I
back.
closed my short right here in after hours on my futures account. Right here is where I closed my short, and thank God. Because that absolute destruction, I think I might have gotten stopped out. I'm just looking at SPX, that's fine. The destruction of the day was completely undone by one single tweet about postponing bombing for 10 days. And this is that kind of candle I was talking about, where stops just got blown out. There are plenty of people who lost copious amounts of money on this candle because it happened in seconds. Like, this is on the 1 minute chart. This happened just instantaneously.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful. Headline risk is real. All right, let me pop open my trading view. They didn't
And
stop me out? There ain't no way.
Just still
NQ
going?
is not
Jeez.
hanging on like SPX is right now. I expect this to stop me out, but they're runners, and that's okay. I'm gonna keep this open for a second. If we set a new local low here,
That 64, 65 did decrease a little bit too up there.
did it? I'm gonna leave this
Pretty
on until they
about-
stop it out. I'm gonna be real. It's a very minor trim to the beard I just grew on those last 2 scalps. I'll let this stop me out. The risk to reward here is 40 points of reward for 20 points of risk. 2 to 1, I'll take any day, especially when I'm in a runner and it kind of doesn't matter as much. Now that said, I'm not a huge lover. I just realized my camera's not on again. Yeah, I suck at this
Oopsies.
job. I'm not a huge lover of zero or hero on runners. I like taking profit where it's there, but when the risk reward here is 2 to 1 like this, and it's a runner, and I already won, I will let this hit my stop out. I'm not somebody who likes to watch options contracts go to 0, so I'll do what I said at the top of the show. I'll usually trim that and snipe a re-entry. But hey, I'm scalping here. I usually don't hold trades for more than 5 minutes. I've been in this trade for 5 minutes. Let's see if they take me home. All right, we're getting damn close to being taken home, y'all.
Yeah, it seems like it's
Take
turning
me
bearish
home
here too.
tonight.
That Jesus
I'm gonna
Christ,
let
dude.
Robin
go
Eve on
to
the
see
Twitter
the
chat
light.
asks about QQQ. If you guys take a look at that.
QQQ is going to look identical to this chart that I have open on my screen now.
Well, there
it's
you
really
go.
hard. Outside of momentum, if this bounces hard, I'm going to flatten it here because this is a bounce point on my scalping strategy. But they are close. 5 more points and they got me, baby. Let's go. Come on. Show me you like me. And close enough. I'm flattening that. They can dump here, and I don't care. We are 2 for 2, and we are up 400 on the day, bro. Let's do some flow. I might call it quits there. I just talked about not going for the home runs and trying to get your losses back all at once, and so I'm going to obey that. I'm going to take like a 4 or 5 minute break to see if I get new setups. Anything here is knife catching to the long side and just straight up mindless zombie chasing to the downside. If I get a nice bounce of about 50 points, I'll short again with like a 20-point stop up to the top of this range. But other than that, we're going to sit on our hands for a few minutes, folks. That's a good morning so far.
We got another guy named Anthony in our chat.
Oh,
here.
shit.
Ant Balladera.
Cool. 2 of them, that's too many.
I think
can't
he's
handle
asking
2,
about
bro.
Energy transfer. Is that something you guys can look at?
Energy transfer.
Energy
The company?
transfer.
I don't know. He says at ET energy transfer.
I think that's,
A
yeah.
little more
It's ET,
context
ET.
on that one.
Ticker ET. Yep.
All right, we can take a peek at that. I was gonna say energy transfer. I was like, what?
Yeah, I couldn't tell that was a ticker, which is why I was confused. Sorry,
Yeah,
I was gonna,
yeah,
I was
the
gonna say,
ET part.
I'm not an electrician. I don't know if I can help with that one. Yeah, let's take a peek here. Lot of positive call flow here. Looks like price already kind of popped off that news, though. He did have a big drop back here on the 25th. I'm guessing there was some probably positioning, moving around in there. We can take a peek at that. Actually, let's go to the 25th and just look here quick. So that was your big day of that, and it looks like that 618.17 call is the reason for that drop. So let's go back here. 25th, I said? Yes. Yeah, so it looks like that is kind of causing that drop in that call premium there. Anything new today though? Let's take a peek here. Getting some action on that weekly, the 4220 call here. Take a peek at these. Looks like we do have a lot of previous open interest though. It's just kind of.
Dude, it's still, they're not even going to give me another entry here.
It's still dry. I'm so happy I cut those spy
Yeah,
calls. Like that
you can get back in when you get more support down below. But we've given up so far that entire pre-market move for the most part. SPX is only up 0.09%. They are getting very close to the 63.65 level we talked about. And I'm not in it!
Yeah, when I heard you say it was dropping, I was like, yeah, I'm getting out of these. Like, I have a week. Like, obviously anything can happen in a week, but man. And I was not gonna roll.
A week's not enough to risk it, in my opinion.
No.
You can, I would even like revisit end of day to see how price action works. But right now we've got nothing telling me we're going to the upside, and that heavy positive gamma that we had way up at 64.65 is dwindling every update. Gamma here. Net put premiums are still through the roof. Net call premiums are shit in the bed still. I'm gonna be hoping for a relief bounce to get short again. I'm gonna be honest. We're 2 for 2. Can we go 3 for 3? But I ain't gonna chase it.
It just seems like every rally they get, it's getting faded until they get
Oh
a
shit, that's hot.
resolution.
I took a sip out of my thermos instead of my cup because I'm stupid.
Good
God
job.
damn. All right,
Good
ET,
job.
energy transfer. I'll shut the hell up. Even if I enter
Yeah,
a trade, I won't say anything until it's over.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, I'm not seeing too much on this tape. Just kind of a lot of little sporadic fills here and there. Weeklies, they are 2% out of the money. Yeah, I'm just not seeing anything new. And there was a lot of previous open interest too. Just kind of take that with a grain of salt. Our highest open interest contract. It looks like somebody marked that 717.20 call though. And those look like they started to come in. Ooh, they've been building for a while here since December.
December.
So it looks like that was your big builder in there. That 25 and yeah, I mean just a lot of candles throughout here. Geez, look at that 25 and they're trading at 76 today. Let's just want to take a peek here and see if anything fell off. Looks like an ad on the 2nd there. Another possible ad there on the 7th. 6,000 there. Another ad
6
there.
or 7, you say?
Yeah.
I hate myself for
yeah,
even.
6, 7. I did that like 3 times. I did that 3 times over the weekend.
I hate
to,
myself.
to my girlfriend, and I was like, yeah, it was only like 6 or 7 this, and she's like,
Oh
6, 7. I'm like,
no.
oh my god. And like I always just
Kick her out.
Kick her out. Damn.
You know, Tucker?
I,
Dude,
I
he's
told
got
her,
the
I said,
smuggest fucking smirk on after saying that too. Look at this shit. He's really proud of that one.
You know, Tucker, I would have more space then. So, you know.
Oh shit.
And since you were helping move all week, and maybe you want to come and help move
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
another one.
all right, I'm there.
he's got a lot
I'm
of
so happy
video
she doesn't
game
listen
shit
to
to move
these.
in now.
I'm so happy she doesn't listen to these. I'd be getting my
Oh,
beat.
we can change that.
No. I don't think so. She'd be bored after 5 minutes. Anyways, but yeah, no, this one.
My girlfriend listens into us and just makes fun of me on the back end while we're live the whole time.
Oh, there could have been some profit taken there on the 10th. I mean, you had 3,600 contracts there.
A little bit of a fall off the next day.
And
That
again,
means, so if you go back down there real quick, that means, folks, we had some changing of hands of contracts. You had 3,600 transact, and only 400 fell off of that. That means of those 3,600, there's new positions that aren't new contracts. They're changing hands, and then some are closing.
So that original
let me see.
more than
Let me see if I
likely-
can find Snorl's article on that. You can keep going,
yeah, no.
and then I'll pop this to Tucker to spam the chats.
Yeah, no, that's why you have to look at more than just open interest. You can't be like, oh, there's 15,000 contracts on this chain, and that doesn't mean anything anyways. Like, there's that open interest is there, but is it one whale? Is it 100,000 people? I mean, what is it? You hear a lot of that on Spy. Like, I hear a lot of people talking, oh, there's 100,000 open contracts on the December 600 call or something, and it's like, do you know how many people trade that name? Do you know how many people trade Spy?
I don't know, like 2? At least 2.
At least 2.
At
you
least
and me.
2.
At least you and me today. But and this is also a good example too, because look at the 10th. And I want to zoom in on this too, because this is a pretty good example. Our 10th. Now, most of this is transacted at the ask there. Over 50% of that. Now, some people would assume this is an automatic ad. Well, we saw that volume drop off that next day, or yeah, a little bit drop off, and the contract changed hands. So this technically wasn't an ad. So again, kind of coming back to that, all ask side flow is a buy. That's a good example there. That this ask side flow was not a buy. It was contracts technically changing hands. Maybe the other person is buying them, but it's not getting added to that open interest there.
We've got a big drop in net put premium on this bounce, but
oh, cool. Of course we do.
Net put premium just went negative on this bounce. I'm keeping an eye on it. If they get pretty much through 350 on the NQ, we might get a nice release here. But I'm still just waiting. So far, the trajectory has stayed short, so I'm just looking for re-entry short. I took a starter short right here, but I'm going to get stopped out for like 40 bucks here. Seconds. Not much to speak on. Oh, they literally just wicked my stop and didn't fill it. So through or not. See if they get through or not. I was just trying to see if they'd give me another little range here. I'm a little preemptive on it, and if they don't, it doesn't matter. We are doing well this morning. But the reason here is, again, we still have that positive gamma below us I wanted to tag, and we're below the last range still. I'm hoping right here is the bottom of that range. Otherwise, there's no new short for me until another 25 points up. And another type of trader might just sit in that drawdown, right? I ain't that guy. I trim fast and then get back in and add to winner. I need this to take out the last 1 minute candle and give me that continuation down. Or we're going to probably just take this bad boy off and re-wait.
You got a nice little spike in the SPY put premiums there too.
Here we go.
And that call premiums are, yeah.
All right, I do not want it to bounce here. I want a new local low pretty much instantly. Otherwise, I'm closing this trade with the quickness regardless of the price action. We are up a solid 25 points here. All right, let's see what this bounce does. I might be taking it. We might be 3 for 3 on the morning, Anthony.
I think you are. I think
right.
you are. Yeah,
No
see,
grief.
I
I'm
like
taking
that
it. I'm taking it.
I like that setup where it's a nice, easy click to get out
Yes,
of the
sir.
trade like that too.
Yeah,
Like,
the danger you run into with these things, though, is... Let me move this over so people can see it. This button right here. And this is something I want to practice getting good at, because I do see really good long entries. I'm just really cowardly about taking them. And people have been trying to get me to click this button when I exit my short, because a couple of buddies of mine have been using me as reversal indicator. When I exit my short, they long. Jay-Z was doing that shit live a couple weeks ago. I was like, don't do that. But that reverse button is how a lot of people blow up their futures accounts. Literally what it does is it places a market order to close your position at the same time as placing a market order to enter the opposite side. And oh boy, you can have a lot of fun or a lot of just not fun with that button. So I ignore that button. Look at that bounce right off my exit. See if they make a new low here. But that entry was so clean, man. I felt good about that one. I should have entered full size right out of the gate. Yeah, that rejection of the lower end of that prior range on the 1 minute here was the key. And right now they still failed to set a new low on NQ. So we'll keep an eye here. We've got that negative or that positive gamma below us fell off a bit, but then built up even lower. While 64, what is that? 30, 64.30 there up top, about halfway through the cone. Yeah, that's 64.30. It's still building up. And so if they can get back through this current positive gamma at 63.85, maybe they can get a nice relief bounce up there. But for the most part, I'm still just looking for short entries because they haven't told me they're reversing to the upside quite yet. But we're 3 for 3, bitches. How y'all feeling?
Oh, I feel better if it was to the upside, but hey, you know.
I'd feel better if it was coming from my peak on Friday instead
Yeah,
where I started today.
Oh man, dude.
Fucking hell.
Dude, I
Tucker's-
would quit right then and there.
I was gonna say
I had a mini meltdown of self-anger because that was such 2 back-to-back days of 4 digits, and I fucked it up by not paying attention to what button I clicked.
I hate that so much.
Yeah. Maybe
Like,
I need to get back on
try-
Vyvanse, y'all. Get that ADHD shit treated, because that's not good.
I was trying to scalp Periscope on Robinhood, and man, dude, I hate the order fucking.
Dude,
filling on
Robinhood,
that. It's
I'm
so
telling you, if you're
horrible.
gonna be scalping options using gamma exposure, I would do what Jay-Z did and move to like Thinkorswim, where you can place
Yep.
bracket orders.
Yep.
Because Robinhood doesn't allow any kind of
It's
bracketing.
so bad.
Weeble does to an extent, but it's not very good.
Weeble, I think they're a little more user friendly, like at least how you can have it
Yeah.
set up to fill the orders. Like Robinhood,
I
it's only
used them
one
since like 2019. And they lost a customer, but what are you gonna
way.
do?
Yeah.
For those wondering, I still say Weeble is fine for options. I have no issues with that unless you're a payment for order flow hater, which I understand as well. I personally wasn't because I'm a cheap fuck and I just wanted to save some money on transactions. It is what it is. I had no issues with their options except for one period in time a year or 2 ago where they changed clearinghouses and had some lag issues. But after that, I mean, and other than that, no real issues with Weeble until I tried their futures platform. Then, you know.
Yeah.
They
that
lost the
was
customer
bad.
over that.
That's pretty
But
bad.
it is what it is. It is what it is. But if you're on Weeble, I'm not gonna don't rage quit on my behalf because they screwed me over. Their options platform's fine.
Just
Anthony
don't trade.
uses their options.
Just don't trade futures.
Don't
on
trade
it.
futures on there because you might not be able to exit a position, and then they'll tell you to get bent when you complain about it. Moving on. Any flow requests, homies? Anything you want to take a look at? You got us for a while longer. It's only
We
9
are
central.
getting a lot of getting kind of a
More
lot of
put
flow
flow.
hitting the feed here.
Ooh,
A lot of
somebody's
flow
trying
here.
to fade the mouse. Oh, it's kind of a dog shit fill though. Never mind.
Let's see. I mean, these R cats might be
Dude,
interesting.
you're right,
G's
though.
down another 3.5%.
That fill versus spread column saves me so much brain power
Yeah.
looking at numbers. It's just like, oh
Yup.
look, mid-fill dog shit. Don't care. Moving
Yup.
on. I love that.
Yep.
I love that.
It's like I'm a visual person, so it's like
Oh,
it's
look at
easy
that
to
bounce.
just,
What did
like,
I say?
see
And that is
like,
why I cut that short, baby. Look at
Ooh,
that.
boy.
I would be underwater by 40 points right now.
Yeah,
All right.
good cut.
I'm
But
curious
yeah,
about these series of puts coming in, though, because some of those are names. NVTS is a flashback.
yeah.
Do you
Look at our
remember
fill
last
too.
year, dude? I caught those NVTS $4 calls, and they got exercised, but they went up like 15,000% or some crazy shit before they got exercised. Now somebody
Let's
wants
take a
the other
peek here.
direction. But
So it
NVTS,
is.
what happened with that one is they ended up getting a deal with NVIDIA out of left field. And that flow that we caught, wrote an article about, it's still on my Twitter somewhere. That dude front ran the shit out of that. There's no doubt in my mind that that was somebody who knew what the hell was going to happen. It was
Yeah,
just out
I
of
would
the
do.
ordinary. It was a low volume floor name that never really saw options volume. And then boom, like 7,000 contracts out of nowhere.
And like that happens so much where you see them front run the stuff. Like, dude, if I was an insider trader like that, I'd do that like
Dude,
once and
it
I'd be
has
done. Like,
seemed
I'd be so terrified.
It has seemed so rampant the last like year and a half. Let me pop open our Substack. If you guys aren't subscribed to the Unusual Whale Substack, do that. Every Sunday there are forward-looking things on the markets like macro perspective earnings that are coming up, and every Thursday we have flow review breakdowns and options education. So check that out, unusualwhales.substack.com. Yours truly writes in there. We got another homie writing in there. A lot of good information there. But all I did was type front into our Substack search, and you just, from the end of 2023 through now, all of these are contracts we caught that front ran major news. Like this one was insane. This was the DJT. I don't even remember what the news was, but look at this shit. Those contracts in question in this article came in right, get over here, fucker. Here.
Just a coincidence, I bet.
Total coincidence.
I'm sure they didn't have
Total
any knowledge of what was
coincidence.
going on.
Yeah. But no, that shit has seemed so rampant lately. Just constant. Okay, dude.
Nothing gets done about it.
You know
Nothing
some
gets done
shit.
about it. So why stop if nothing gets done about it?
Yeah.
All
right, we might actually be getting our intraday reversal here. I'll let you go back through that flow. Cool. I'm just taking a look. If they get above basically the 400 to 410 area, the bottom of that first dump range, we could be looking at a nice recovery back towards high of day. But right now, too early to tell, and I'm bad at longs, so I'm just sitting on my hands till they give me a safe short entry. Honestly, right at 410, how about this? I'm actually going to do something. Something I don't usually do because I am a finicky son of a bitch, and I micromanage. I'm going to set a sell order right there with a stop about 20 points up. And let's see if they fill me or not. And if I lose that trade, guess what? We are still up on the day nicely. So that is a good risk to reward there. The rationale is, yeah, we have a little bit of shifting in the gamma profile, but this acted as support before. If they recover that, buddy, I think we're going to high a day. If they reject right at my entry, basically, I'm going to be targeting way down here at 315 again, which was the bastion of resistance right after that low of day. And then if I don't get in and they dump without me, I'll just bitch and moan about it later.
Yeah, I'm looking at Periscope here quick when you were doing that. Yeah, I mean, there's some positive
building up above finally.
Building up there, yeah.
They got to stick this landing at 63.85 with that positive gamma, because if they knife through it, I mean, we've gone pretty negative on the 63.60s down there. Nope, looks like 55s. Nope, it's the 60s. If they knife through that, those levels of support below aren't super big. But we're still building up above again. Again, net put premium knifed. We could be looking at a situation to try to get long. But I see the short setup. I'm only good at shorts. I'm not going to long up to it. I'm just going to see if I can catch my entry. And we'll go from there.
The NVTSs. That's what we were looking at.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you looking at?
Those sussy sons of bitches.
These are interesting. So that flow comes in. It's coming off a little multi-legger there, so kind of.
We did actually get a flow request from the chat. John Smith 238 says in INTC flow.
INTC
We can
Intel.
look up Intel. Let's finish these NVTSs here quick. um,
They are
so
going
little.
without filling my shorts, so I've canceled my orders.
Dang.
Basically,
Dang, dang,
right
dang.
down to first target too. Oh. All right, let's look at
Yeah,
NVT. I'll shut up. If I
it,
take more trades, I'll just talk about it afterwards and
it
throw in
just
the
seems
order
like it's a
fills.
fade the rally. They just seem like they're fading
Ah.
every rally. Like
We saw it. But we're too slow. It's all good. All right, let's break down these
it's
NVTS and then hit homies Intel. I'm gonna pop my camera off real quick.
Sounds good.
Oh, that's a Tucker.
So
Now it's an
we are
Anthony.
getting a repeated hits ascending fill here, so that just means your spot price is increasing as that flow is coming in here. Little questionable about that IV there at the beginning. It's not on a lot of size or anything, but just kind of some little IV changes in there. But we do come back up to that 106.30 here. Let's just kind of follow this up, see if anything changes. We're filling up the ask here, and kind of like Nick was talking about that fill versus spread. You can just see it filling there too. You don't have to sit and look at the numbers. I like to see both, but just we're filling there. I mean, I would probably lean buy to open on those, even with that kind of little IV drop at the beginning there, but it's really small. It's a $50 contract on a $210,000 premium trade. I mean, that's probably not a significant part of that trade. I would probably lean these or buy to open here. You are down 2.23% on the day already, though. These are 1% out of the money, no earnings. Do we have anything else on NVTS coming in today?
Dude, this is exactly what it was like when that bullish news came in. There was just nothing except that one. Oh, I guess we got a double on those. Let's see if we got a spread coming in. Both are at the bid, though. Oh, could be exits, though. Look at that open interest.
Yeah, look at that open interest.
I shorted with a stop, basically 10 points up. I'll lose $40.
Yeah, I wonder
see if I
if
can
it
catch
was
some continuation.
22. Yeah, we don't know what this is a part of. I mean, you've
Yeah.
got several big candles here, so yeah,
It could be
say
any one of those. It could be parts of all of them. What
How
about,
about the
yeah, let's check those
10-5
10s.
call? This looks like
Similar
new volume
size.
today. Definitely opening volume, though, it looks like. We'll take a looky poo just to check. Let's see. Now, let me remove this. So these look like they are short calls, and so essentially with like the short calls versus buying calls, you're looking for the opposite there. That fill to be at the bid, that IV to be decreasing, repeated hits descending fill, and these are filling at the bid here. It looks like we're starting about that 852.43, maybe some beginning flow, give or take in there. I mean, very similar sizing, just something to be aware of there. But IV drop here, spot is filling at the bid. IV's staying there. So you have a little IV increase here at the end, and it's on a decent size there. You're at the bid, so maybe they're just getting a favorable fill there. I mean, just kind of one of those things that you have to question there. These are 25 days out and 30% out of the money. I would probably lean short on those.
Yeah,
I want to look
I'm
at
right
my
there with you, I think.
Greeks there.
And
Yeah,
it matches the trajectory. It matches the intent behind those long flips,
yeah,
too.
it's
All right, this
it's one of
short
those.
is feeding me. I added to it once. I've already trimmed once. I'm just going to pop it up on screen. I would love a new low of day, but I'm not going to hold my breath for it. See how these wicks are coming up? If this one forms a similar wick to these guys, that's a higher low, and I'm going to get out. Right here would be a bounce point anyway. That's why I trimmed. But we're trucking along. I'm actually going to trail this to the 1 minute. So if they take out this current candle, I'm out, but we already won. I got to close that other.
See, I wish Webull had it like that, where you can just sit, because you can do
on
it
the
for
chart,
shares.
yeah.
But
it does.
Yes,
it does it for futures as well as shares. But no, I'm with you. If you could do that for options, it'd be dope.
Yes, that should be like the most minimal thing there. I mean, where you can at least just move that. I mean, that's how it.
But like
should be
Robinhood
done.
doesn't even have brackets at all. Like it's crazy. And they got me on the runners, but we're trucking along. We've gone from 800 to 1317 this morning. Very slowly, but surely. It's not even slowly. That's a big day. Like, let's be real here. 800 to 1300 is a good day for such a small account. And unless I get another clean setup just like that one, I'm probably going to be done for the day. It's going to take me a minute to get that back to 2,800. But we got to be responsible getting back losses from stupid mess ups. Because if you swing for the fences on every single trade, look at that. I'd be negative right now instead of taking good profit on that. They made that wick I was worried about, formed a higher low. I got out. We're fine. We're trucking along. But if you hold for the home run, which would have been a new low of day, or God forbid, way down here at 228, 100 some points down, I would have gotten stopped out for a loss here. So we're just quick in and outs, adding into momentum and trimming at levels on the way down. Right here, the reason I called this a bounce point is it was the initial rejection on the recovery from that prior higher low. Rejected, came down, rocketed up. I took my trim right at the top of that candle. Look where we bounced. Boom. This might be another short setup right here, but I'm not going to take it. Sit in my hands. We're doing good
And
this
that's
morning.
the thing too, like
We are 4 for
at
5.
least
We did take that one trim earlier, but we're vibing, boys.
at least you're I mean, like you're adjusting up stops. That's what most people don't do,
And what a lot of people
it's
won't do as well who scalp similar to me is when they add, they don't move their stops. I fucking do.
yeah.
I keep the risk the same. So here, this will actually show the double arrows here in just a second. Setting. I'm going to show you, it'll show on the same candle that I added, and then I trimmed on that same candle too. I only add when the momentum's there. Where the hell is it? Where's the thingy? Execution. There we go. Here, you see the double tap right there? 1, 2. That was me adding into the move when we broke below the prior 1 minute candle. My stop was initially up here at the top of this range. I moved it down to the prior 1 minute candle when I added. That's just what I do. Yeah, it can cost you a little bit if it doesn't reach your initial stop. But like I said, I am very uncomfortable with drawdown. And so I just trim fast and re-enter if I'm right. And that's fine. Here's that last short we took right there. Here's the first entry. Double entry here. Full exit on the bounce of that wick. Just how I scalp the 1 minute. Your mileage may vary. I have a very low win rate, but a good profitability. That's just a testament to how quickly I stop out. I stop out so fast. I don't mess with drawdown because I'm a coward. That's all. We never finished NVTS, so I'm going to shut the hell up.
Yeah, those call. Oh, you're good. Those calls, yeah, just kind of that ending there. For the most part, it looks like a sell, and that's why it's nice to combine it with other trades that are coming in too. Because then you had the original NVTS that 8 put coming in there, and those are 1% out of the money there. So I would probably lean those calls were short there. I'm kind of looking at the premiums there. I'm not really
With the
seeing
latest
a whole.
Gex update, I'm no longer looking for shorts until I see something change.
Oh, I gotta take a peek now. I gotta take a peek. Oh boy, yeah, it's building up.
Yeah, if you flip over to all as well, we've got some nice buildup at 6,400. It's like that on the 0 day as well. It's more pronounced on all. I'm keeping an eye on that. It's not super far away. I want to see if they can bounce up into there to maybe set up another short. But on the 0 day,
Looks
we're
like you
also
got
getting
some
build up
short
at
puts there, too.
64.35, which is way up there. So we're keeping an eye on it.
Yeah,
Net put
69.30
premiums
looks like
dropping
it's
again. Yeah.
short puts there too.
Yep. So I
Yeah, a
wonder
lot of
if
short
they.
puts.
So for those who aren't fully aware of the periscope here, I almost said orange. The red bars, the negative gamma tend. The theory behind it is tend to accelerate in that direction. So short puts, they'll buy into the move to drive price up. And then the green bars, kind of gravitational pulls. Think of the big ones as magnets in a way. I use those as targets and levels. As you see, we cut that short before we got all the way down there to that positive gamma that is now trimmed off significantly down below 63.55. But yeah, red acceleration, green inflection points. That's how I trade it, along with my price action on the MNQ chart. So here, if they don't reject good and firm here, right here, 63.90, where we got this negative gamma, I'm of the mind they're going to go target 6,400 for us. But I'm not going to long it because I'm a coward.
Yeah, I've been sticking on that. I've been switching to that 1 day though, like a little later in the after. Oh boy, that 1 day is just. Ew, look at the 331 expiration. What the?
Yeah, and the reason for that, folks, switching to 1 day toward the end of the day, I like to see how they're positioning for tomorrow as we get closer to market on close. About 10 minutes before close. For power hour, I'll flip between 0 day, all, and 1 day because I want to see how tomorrow's being positioned. Sometimes that can help with an into close scalp. But as you saw on that chart we showed earlier, into close scalps can get messy as shit if you get the Trump tweet yeet, which we did on Thursday. Holy shit. It was like NQ
Yeah.
did like 250 points in 5 seconds. It was bad shit. Somebody got hurt. Like anybody that was short into that did not have a good
Well,
time.
even somebody that was long that I know got hurt on it, but you know. Oh yeah, those put premiums just dip there. What else we got for so yeah, those NVTSs, the original 8 puts there do look pretty good to me there. Back to that.
Yeah, I'm with you. Plus those calls I'm with you are most likely short. So somebody or somebody's is/are positioning for more downs. It's just crazy for me to see it at 8 and on the way down. Because those calls were for $4, man. It was trading at like $3 when that shit happened. It was insane.
It's kind of a lot of size coming in on these metas here. We got to look at Intel after this too. Remind me to look at Intel after this one.
I'm gonna be eyeballing a trade here, so I'll shut up and just talk afterwards.
Just gonna look at these guys quick. So it's a descending fill. Let's just see where that descending fill is. So IV spikes when that flow comes in. Spots filling at the ask. Let's just see where that descending fill is. So, oh, look at that. Just visually quickly see it there. Oh, hey, we're down. It's at 589, 10 contracts. Little drop in the IV, but we come right back up. Get another little drop there. 1 cent below the ask. IV drops a little bit and we come back up. I would probably lean these buy to open here. I mean, that descending fill is only 1 cent below that ask, and I know Meta has been absolutely destroyed here. Oh, actually, I'm going to change my mind on that one, because now look at the end here. That IV drops a little bit in here, and then it comes back up, and then we drop again a little bit. Yeah, I... I don't like when it kind of bounces around like that, and I mean your price, your IV should be increasing here because your Meta was trading at 531.75. There, you're at 531.94, and that IV drops. That's kind of a red flag for me there. Like this is something I would potentially, I don't know, consider risky there. Obviously, all flow options trading is risky. There's risk to it, but this one you just don't have that full kind of clear view, I'd say there. I would probably lean buy to open on those, just with all the net call premium coming in there, and Meta just absolutely smacked the last month or so. I mean, you're down 18% in the last month on Meta. It could be due, and they are only 1% out of the money. When I'm looking for like short calls and all that, I'm looking for something that's like 20% out of the money, 25% out of the money. 1% isn't significant enough to be out of the money. Obviously, there are people that short at the money, but I would probably lean buy to open on those. Again, I just don't like that IV drop kind of at the end there. Let me pull up Intel here so I stop ignoring that one. Intel, I don't think I've had any flow on it hit my feet. Let's just check quick. Intel, nope, nothing today. Let's just take a peek here. Intel's getting smacked again today, down almost 2%.
Was it Intel that the Trump admin said that they were buying like a couple months ago?
I think so, yeah.
I am short with a stop and profit already. For those of you who saw me smirking in the background.
Jeez. Yeah, a lot of, I mean, it's been, see it the last 3 sessions, including today, obviously. A lot of call outflow there. Just not seeing a lot of put activity, though. Today's volume, yeah, a lot of bid side calls on that 417, and looks like a lot of that open interest might be one possible person. Possibly. Let's take a peek here. Oh, it looks like they were short those calls almost. Well, look at that.
And I'm out.
Look at that.
Yeah, it does.
Just in time. Yeah, they opened those at 275 right
Oh,
at the
shit.
peak, and just look at that. Looks like they're buying them back
Yeah.
now.
I would lean
At a,
short on those given the way it's closing out like that.
yeah,
That's
those look short.
basically full profit on the short.
Yeah, yeah,
If here's my projection. Bookmark this and we'll talk about it Wednesday. My projection is we see that open interest drop off entirely or not change at all. One of those two. I would be very surprised if we see that open interest at 60,000 come tomorrow morning.
yeah.
So my projection is they close out entirely, that open interest comes off, or nothing changes and those contracts changed hands. Because there's only one person in the world who can close that many contracts, and it's that guy right there from back in January.
Yeah.
Nobody else in the world could close that many all at once. But somebody can open them as they close them, get assigned those contracts, and boom, no open interest change after having 31,000 volume. But I am of the mind that position is gone for full profit on their short.
I want to look at that flow from 121 here and see if we can actually see how it kind of looked here in that real time too. I'm not gonna try to go back a page because I know sometimes the data gets a little funky there.
Too.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, good example here. Not everything at the ask is a buy. Like, you have to protect your capital and be smart. Like, don't ride everything to zero. But I mean, what would have caught my eye, and obviously this is hindsight talking, but just that IV kind of bouncing around throughout here, kind of increasing there, then it's decreases again, and then you just see that IV kind of bouncing all around there. Yeah, that's what would have caught my eye. But again, you're technically getting that ascending fill too in here, so it's kind of that mixed signal possibly where you're getting that ascending fill, IV's rising, dropping all over the place. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure most people would have looked at this and thought it was a buy to open there, but doesn't look like it. It was at all there. And then I want to look at that.
If it is, they're really penny pinching by closing it. But I mean, it's a lot of contracts. It's 30 grand if that's, a close of a long. But I would lean toward that initial position being short and they're closing them out for basically.
Yeah.
That's my lean. I've said it. It's on camera. We'll see Wednesday if I was full of shit or not.
I would agree with you there, though, too. I mean, if they're adding at 1 cent, that was
big balls.
Trying to get that average down to like 85.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen some stupid stuff.
I've seen some crazy shit. It happened to us with Rocket not that long ago with Rocket Finance.
I remember.
We rode a position basically to zero after we trimmed our initial profit take, and it ripped back to break even. I was responsible, took it off at break even because that's still a win after being down so bad, and then the next day it was up 350%. Shit happens, man. I'm just not someone who's willing to sit there and hope.
Yeah.
Hope is not a strategy. If you're in a position and you're hoping and praying, you maybe shouldn't be in that position anymore. I'm short again, by the way.
Or if you're constantly asking, is the whale still in, you probably shouldn't be in if you're constantly asking that. Or you're too over leveraged into something.
Just because a whale's in doesn't mean you should stay in. You use the flow as a tool and you trade your own strategy with it. Is the whale in also isn't necessarily a strategy. I see these massive positions go to zero so fucking often. And they got way more money to punt around than you and I do. I can almost guarantee it.
Good example.
Unless Buffett's hanging out in the audience, I think they got way more money than you or I do.
I mean, good example of this. Like, look at this. The Cypher call, 132. They were trading at 213. Worthless now. Like, you don't know what these people are doing, what's going on. And if you see profits, like, you're up 20-30% on something. And I believe, 132 up to 213, that's what? Tucker drew the math for me there. Like, 25%, 30%?
It's 6.
I don't know.
This is
You're saying a number, man.
6.
Actually, I can tell you right here. Give me a second. Let me look here. Just scrolling up. Just stare at my beautiful screen for about 2 seconds there. So that 132 up to did I say 20% on that? That's stupid. That is
I added stop at break even now.
these opened at
Oh, let's fucking go.
78%. Got another scalp there?
Trimmed
go.
down to 2 with a stop above this 1 minute candle. We're trucking.
Go.
Actually, I gotta close that stop. Oh,
Beautiful.
here we go. Come on. If we set a new low here, I will have no reason to close this, and I'll actually widen my stop. If we bounce and set another higher low relative to this one, I'll just hit that flatten button. But baby, we're moving!
Very beautiful. Yeah, that's... I wish all the
give
brokers
me a
had
new
it
low.
set up like that. But, you know, their goal isn't to help you become a profitable trader. Their goal is to,
All right, there's our new low. I'm out.
make money.
I'm out on the new low. Let's see if I get another... What am I at? Be at 13 something. I am. Because we did take that one loss earlier. We are now 5 for 6? I can count, dude. I don't pay. I just trade the setup, you know.
That's outstanding win rate on the day.
Yeah, especially for me. Like I said, I have like a 40% win rate because I take stops so quickly. But hey, we're trucking. Back to Cypher, my bad.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that was a good one, though. That felt good.
Yeah, so that whale opened these at 132. They were trading at a high of 236 that next day. So, like, if you're trading this and you're up, that's up 78% on those. Like, you should, just because that whale's still in doesn't mean you need to still be in. Like, I'm up 78%. I'm probably throwing a stop on taking profits. Like, and this is the one that I missed too, that I was talking about last week, where I tried to double fill it and it closed it for like a 3% gain, and I was pissed about that one too. But that, I mean, you don't know what's going on, what these people are doing, and it's, I mean, if you held onto that, you gave up a 78% gain, and they're trading at 34 cents. Like, that's not a smart trade. Even if these contracts bounce back to, I mean,
yeah, just because something works doesn't mean it was a good idea.
Yeah. Like, even if these bounce back, like, to break even, like, that's not a good trade. You gave up 78% gains on that, and you got out at break even. Like, no, that's not a good trade at all. Like, that's, just be smart when you're following the whales. Like you're saying, it helps you see where there's potential unusual activity. It's not a slot machine like, oh, it hit this, it's gonna print 1,000%. Like, be smart. And like, I take usually a lot of like 15-20% gains. Like,
yeah,
people don't really celebrate those big gains because you see a lot of 300%, 500%, but like, you consistently hit those 20-30% gains, and you keep a tight stop 10-15%, and that's just what I personally like to do. Just not on those spy calls that gap down on Friday, but but like, if you keep a minimal like loss, you'll be a lot happier in the future. I think, at least that's what, instead of writing contracts to zero and all that, like, deploy your money where you think you can actually make some money.
And even when you see shit like some of our affiliates, like even Anthony will hit a couple 100% here and there. Jay-Z will hit some like crazy ass bullshit 1,500% out of left field. None of that's on a full position.
No.
Both of these guys are trimming the vast majority of their position at that 20 to 30% for the consistency's sake, and then they leave a significantly smaller part of their position on for the home run if it happens. Nothing super swanky going on there. They're runners. They trim their position down so that if the remaining position goes to zero, they're still profitable on that trade. And now, while with a small account, that can be pretty difficult. And so if you're on a small account, take your full profit, man. Like, don't give that shit back at a chance of a maybe, not even if it makes the trade break even. I'm short again, by the way.
Of course you are.
Super tight stop, but the pattern's there. We made another stair step. If they bounce out of this and take out this last 1 minute candle, we're going to get a higher test. Like I said, I take stops very quickly. I ain't going to sit through that. Looks like they might get me right here, right now. I'll just leave this on so you see how these stop outs work. If it doesn't get me, we move back and take back this wick. I'll probably add and move my stop down to that 1 minute. But I got to see them do what I want them to do first. That wick can signal, hey, we're just going to hold here. Buyers don't want it back below. And they might tag me out here. Yep, there it is. All right, we're stopped out. We are 5 for 7 or 6 for 8, however many we've taken. I'm bad at count.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
But yeah,
But
these
yeah.
I said incels. These incels. These intels are
Yeah, I'm not really
they're
seeing
kind of
much
all over
on
the
it.
place here. There's way too much open
Yeah.
interest to be confident in a new position. The only new position for sure I see on this entire screen is that one right there.
Yep.
The 42s. They're the only
Which are.
ones with volume. Oh, you want to see something?
Uh oh.
So usually when I'm scalping, right, it's all I'm doing. Right here is a good example of a stop out. I would have just jumped right back in. Right there.
Wow.
They got a little higher, like I said. I probably would have waited a little longer, so I might not have gotten refilled any. But that wick is the exact thing I look for to get a re-entry
Oh
on the
boy.
same trade. Yep, there it goes. Hey, you miss them sometimes. It's all good. They stopped me out by like 3 points.
Oh, new low today there too.
But as
Ooh.
soon as that candle rejected, I would have re-entered with a stop above that candle. And it would have worked out, as you see. But that's fine. We're not in. I was talking about Intel. It's all good. We are winning
No,
today. No complaints.
you're good. Those intels almost look short here to me too. That
Yeah.
new call position. I mean, look at our IV kind of starting out here again.
We do get a little pop in IV, but those
Yep.
fills are very consistent. I don't like how wide that bid ask is, but they are leaning
Yep.
significantly closer to the bid. Now, that's
Yeah.
not necessarily gospel. Just like he was talking about, we had a whole slew of contracts that looked like they were bought to open, and I'm pretty sure they weren't.
Nope.
On this ticker, just a little bit ago, before
Yep.
I interrupted
Yep.
10 times.
Yeah, no, these almost look short, and I mean, look at your fill. It's closer to the bid, but again, just kind of look at it. It's almost, I almost consider that I know it's not one, but it's almost a mid fill there. Again, that's kind of a no signal there to me, and it starts out at the bid there, but like it's just all over the place. I would probably lean short on them if you made me pick. I mean,
Yeah, gun to
1%
my
out of
head,
the
I'd lean
money.
short, but that's a
Yeah,
tough one. Anytime there's a really
it's
wide bid-ask spread like that, those fills got to be
yeah.
pretty confidently to one side to convince me.
Yep. What else do we got coming in, man?
This mostly just this short laughing at me for not getting right back in it.
Gee, there's still so much positive gamma above
I
us.
know, I
I'm
know. That's why I'm keeping these stops
strange.
tight, man. I lost $40 instead of making 150, but I would rather lose $40 than 200. You know what I mean? And the full range stop out on that, y'all. The full range stop out would have been an additional 25 points up. And then if that had happened, I'd just be heartbroken. Then I sat through that entire fucking stop for no reason. So it's fine. They will give me new entries, especially with NQ. It if you miss your entry, odds are, unless we get, a waterfall or a moonshot, NQ tends to come back and give a chance. That's another reason I'm always comfortable just taking 5 or 6 itty bitty haircut losses to hit one big win. NQ gives you another chance usually, unless that momentum's right now. The downside, we're gonna make new. We just did. Never mind. We're gonna make new lows again. But NQ will give me another stair step because just look at this. The trajectory is perfectly down after the morning dump. They're just stair stepping. There's step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Market's going to keep doing what it's doing till it doesn't. So if they give me another rip up here into this general area without taking out prior highs, my brain's going to instantly short that because that's just another stair step down. That's all they're doing. I really hope this right here isn't the stair step because that's not a big enough bounce for me to be comfortable shorting again. I would want it to retest into this range of moving averages I have set up. It's hard to explain my moving average, I'm gonna be honest. But
And
essentially
we also
what they are the 21 EMA highs, lows, and then this little stair stepper is a smoothing average across all of them on the close of each candle. And that's just my real general indication of trend, the yellow stair steppies. And that trend has been pretty confidently down. Now it lags a little. So if we moon up above this, it might not break trajectory. But these shorter time frame ones will start to curl up first. You can even see that here on this bounce. But no crosses. They didn't change trajectory whatsoever. The smoothing average stayed downtrendy. It was another stair step. And until I see that change, I'm going to be eyeballing for shorts again. Like this candle right here, I wanted to test up into this area here, this about 15-point range, before I try to short again. Will I miss it if they reject here? Yeah, but that's okay. We're trucking along. Patience.
And
This is either going to double you up on us, Anthony, on your SPY chart here. Oops. It'll either see how it's kind of forming a W a bit. If they
Yep.
make a new low of day, it invalidates that W. And again, we're stair stepping on SPY just like we are on the NASDAQ.
And you got your little pop there off the low. And Powell is speaking right now too, just
Oh,
an
is he?
FYI.
Where at?
Yep. He is doing something at, I believe it's some school or something. I don't know. He's talking right now. He's
Economics class at
answering-
Harvard. I doubt it's
yes.
anything market moving then. He's probably just doing
Yeah.
a...
I
I was going to pull it up maybe, but...
He is taking Q&A. He is taking Q&A from students. So it's
Oh!
usually, see, I thought it was interesting too because it's usually just him giving opening remarks and it's a whole bunch of nothing.
Right,
but
the only thing
he's
I'm trying to find a
Q&A.
feed. Oh, there it is. But Associated Press is going to have ads. Fuck it. Let's just hope nobody asks anything sus. Give us. All right, here's the bounce. If they take out that last local high, I'm not shorting. If they wick this here, basically now, I will short with a stop above that last local high. Being up here. I know it looks like it's this one. It's actually this one. See how these stair steps are forming right around those EMAs? That's where I want my stair step to form again. So this isn't the stop. This is closer to the entry. I'm taking it, and my stop's right there.
That SPY call premium's starting to really spike up too.
Yeah, it is. That's why we're keeping this one tight. I will lose, what, 20 points? Yeah. All right. I might cut this very quick. If this candle bounces right now and doesn't show me we got a new stair step to a new low, I'm just going to flatten it and wait for a new re-entry. I don't want this 1 minute candle to break its current high. I want it to be immediate like the... Actually, I'm tightening my stop to that last 1 minute candle. That'll be about a $50 loss if it happens, but I don't want it to. Let's see. First area of interest is 278 on the NQ. Nothing has really changed in that GEX profile other than Anthony's right. We're starting to shift a little higher, so I'm not going to hold out for a new low of day unless it happens fast. And I'm going to actually move this just above break even now because that's a long wick. I don't want this to complete and form another high here. And they got me. All right, that's fine. And they set a new high, so my stop is in a good spot. Good shit. All right, I'm hands off now until I get a new structure change.
Yeah, that's...
We're still 800 to 1250, baby. That's a good day.
Yeah, that's good. I'm right on the day. So, but I was just closing my SPY calls, so...
Yeah.
Like I said, we're gonna probably get a pop. Oh, I know I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Just stupid. I was like, oh, I feel a bounce possibly. I feel a bounce possibly.
Hey, you weren't wrong.
I just didn't get filled. I
Yeah, you did. You did kind of get screwed. All right, this can technically be a stair step, but I'm not gonna chase it this time because we already took out that last stair step to the upside. I'm going to wait until they test basically way up here at 400s before I try to chase into another one. And if that means I miss a new low, that's okay with me. We already won today. I'm taking risk off. Only clean setups. There's no reason to give this shit back. That is a new stair step. Look at her go. Let's see if they can hold a higher low this time. If the buyers can get some juice to go going up toward that positive gamma that's been building while we drop. Right now, I'm not looking great for buyers.
That SPY premium, yeah, those put premiums dropped on SPY there a little bit too on call premiums. And slight little drop there, but
see if they print this higher low. Buyers some juice.
Overall market tides just
I just know someone in the Unusual Whales server is watching this and watching me not take these longs despite seeing them. Just waiting.
Speaking of wants. Yeah, man, it's if I didn't already sell some calls for a loss, I'd be
eyeballing maybe for longer dated.
Yeah.
But right now, hey, still another stair step. They are trucking. I'm not chasing it. Don't chase this. We already won today. Don't get greedy. But I foresee that 78 getting tested here. It's about 30 points down. If they can't take out this last 1 minute to the upside, it's gonna keep doing what it's doing.
I'd like to see some more action on that market tide too, because it's bid side on all your premiums right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bearish market tide technically with all the negative volume, volume coming in there, but I mean, I'd read it as negative technically, but
I'm gonna hit them with a piss break.
I'm gonna pop through some flow and take a piss.
If you got flow requests, everybody, drop those into whatever chat you're hanging out in, and we'll pull those shits up. My camera button's not working. I'm trying to give him Anthony. There we go. There we go. All right, I'll be right back.
We're gonna do a speed round of flow here while he's taking a piss. So Carvana 42285 calls. Let's just kind of look through these quick. So let's remove that filter. Tucker, you might learn something while he's taking a piss.
doubt it. I doubt it.
Yeah, I tried. So calls fill at the ask. IV spikes. So we get a descending fill. One contract looks like 7, 8 there. IV kind of stays up on those. Comes back up there, and then you kind of have a decrease in here on the calls. Let's see, what are we trading at? 275.63, 27. Okay, so that's why that IV's down a little bit there. So when that comes in, that IV spikes. Spot is filling at the ask here. Little drop there. So this is something that concerns me. A little bigger size and premium there, and you have that drop in the IV. Something to be aware of there. Let's take a peek at the other latter half here. IV spikes, spots filling up the ask. Then kind of drop. Yeah, a little muddier tape on this one for me. I'd probably lean there buy to open, but muddier tape there. I don't like all the put premium as well on the day. We are absolutely getting hammered there. So let's see what else we got. C puts here. Definitely opening volume. We have 1,400 contracts against 7 open interest. 1,486 to be precise before somebody corrects me. Let's take a peek at these. So nice IV spike when they come in. Spot is filling the ask. Looks like it's all the same timing. Let's just kind of follow this up again. All filling at the ask here. Looks good, looks good. Now, towards the end of this, I get a little concerned because you start seeing kind of that IV drop again a little bit there. And most of the time you're going to hear me talk about the same stuff with flow. There's always a small little issue within the flow at some point. I'd say about 90% of the flow I look at is not 100% textbook and good.
Most flow's not playable, man.
Yes. Yep. You're going to hear a lot more negative feedback on the flow, I think, than positive, unless you actually find something super textbook, which so far today we haven't. But yeah, I just don't like that IV decrease at the end there. Again, could still be buy to open, but it is on a little heavier size there. Again, that total premium for this is what? 222,000. I mean, 5, 18, 20K out of that. I mean, it's a decent chunk of that premium where that IV kind of drops again, and your price drops a little bit too. That could be part of the reason you see that IV drop. But again, I mean, just different little things internally within that flow that I don't like there. Let's just do another quick one here.
Dude, we still have a lot of positive game. Still,
it's very odd.
6,300 just exploded, but that's way down.
These Amazons 4,000 multi-legs under 10%. And when it gets above that 10%, I start to kind of back off from it. Let's see. So 50 or 4,000 contracts, 53 cents. Let's just take a peek. They look like they kind of moved up a bit already. Again, yeah, these look a lot better just kind of right away. IV spikes when that flow comes in. Spot is filling at the ask there. Just kind of follow this up. Spot filling at the ask. IV stays up. No drops in the IV. Again, continuing to fill at the ask. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Yeah, these ones I'd be more confident in. Timing's all the same. Spot's all filling at the ask. IV doesn't bounce around in there. And these ones, sadly, already kind of have made a little move, 53 up to 68. And that's one thing too, like with those smaller contracts, like I'll hear people say, "Oh, that's only 53 up to 68. That's $15." Don't look at the dollar return on the contracts. Like your focus should be on like the percent return, like that 53 up to 68
It's
there
funny
is
because when I'm scalping, it's like it's kind of the same but different. I look at the dollar amount a bit, but it's points.
yeah,
It's points, which
it's
I
point. Yeah,
when I'm
that's
scalping, I have like a lot of buddies that are way into options that ask me what percentage of profit and stuff I look at. It was like, well, I'm trading pretty much pure margin. So it's not
yeah.
much percentage based for me on scalping. Uh it's just if the setup's there, I take it, and what I make is what I make. What I lose is what I lose.
Yeah, that's a different too because
It's
you
a
have
different
defined
animal, yeah.
exits and you have defined exits and entries. That's a
And I
little
have like my
different, but
max
like
like regardless of account size, if I lose $300 in it, I usually call it quits. I've had good
yeah.
comebacks from that, but only if the setup's there, like pure. But I'll cut my losses there and just be done. I struggle with overtrading still. It'd be a lie to say I don't, but I've got a lot better at it in the last month or two. Five.
Yeah, it's improvement day by day. But yeah, no, like these, like if you see, you're like, oh, you only made $13, like, but if you
Just
just like
$13 you didn't
fit,
have, bro.
well, that too, and think of that, like this whale has 4,000 contracts. They're making $13 per contract on that. That is significant for
Mm-hmm.
that. Oh, Amazon's actually popping a lot here too.
Yeah, we're getting some move up market wide right now. I did try to take a chaser there, got stopped out for about $40 loss, but we're chilling.
But especially, I mean, like if you're following a whale, pay attention to that contract return. Like it doesn't like you, especially on those like 30-cent contracts. Like you're like, oh hey, I filled at 30. I'm selling these at or 33 cents is 10%. Like 10% is still 10%. You're just trading on a smaller valued contract. That's the thing. So it doesn't seem as significant as if you're trading on like a $300 contract, and I think that kind of messes with people's minds. Like I'm only making $3. Like you're making 10% return on your investment.
Woo, that's a pop.
Good. Are we popping?
We're popping
Oh
nice.
yeah.
They're targeting right now, I think that 6,400 positive gamma right above us. I don't know if I have the balls to fade it right at it, but I might fade the reaction if they give a good rejection at or before it. Otherwise, we're
Had a
just sitting
little
on our
flippy
hands.
poo down here too.
Yeah, that
Flipperoo.
6,300 built up heavy, but
Yep.
100 points down after this low set, and we're recovering the midpoint currently. I don't know about way down there, but
yeah, I don't know. I mean, that put premium is falling off. How's the market tide look? Yeah, market tide not really flinching either direction, really. I mean, maybe a small little pop there, but for the most part, just kind of hanging out
we're
there.
coming up. We're about 20 points away from a rejection point on NQ. But like I said, this is a good pop. They've got momentum behind it. I'm probably going to wait for a reaction rather than go fishing for entries like I usually do. Just because this is a pretty hefty pop. We're up 110 points from NQ's bottom. I'm not going to try to fade it until they show me some area of pausing.
Yeah, that premium's still climbing there too a little bit. Cool. Hey, I told you when I cut those SPY calls, you're going to probably get your 3% rally. That's usually how it goes.
It just actually moons 3% right after you cut it. God, that'd be insulting.
I would be taking a nice vacation for a little bit. Oh, yeah, those Amazon calls, absolute popper there. Even in the last like 2 minutes there, I mean, they were trading at what 68, up another 7 cents a contract. Like that's what you're looking for there. I mean, that was a good one there. Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, Apple calls here. Oh, these might be a little volume on them already on the day. Yeah, I don't like when I see that double tap like that again. Just because it's at the ask doesn't necessarily mean it's an ad. This is an instant. I need to verify that open interest tomorrow. I don't care how that flow looks internally. It's a very, very similar size candle there. Could be related, might be an ad. You don't know. Just
a little more
have
momentum
to
to the upside here. Still flat.
Yeah, go. These 0 DTEs must have been Jay-Z on
Dude,
these ones.
it's so weird to me to see those on so many names now.
Oh, it's especially on Mondays. I mean, and like if I was reading this in real time too, like a good example here, again, just because everything matches what you're looking for doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work out. Like if I was looking at these, that spots fill at the ask, very low IV on these. It's a 0 DTE. So you're staying at that 367. So now you have that IV decrease here. Now, if I was seeing this in real time, I'd probably hold off on something like that, especially with all that IV decrease in their spot is filling at the ask. But these things popped 106 and they're trading at 276 now. Jeez, absolute pop there. Yeah, just something like that. I mean, it draws caution and it's okay. You'll miss flow, but you need to stick to your rules. Like you need to have rules and stick to that stuff.
And how you react when you break them is important too, because nobody's perfect.
SMCIs here. These look pretty good right away. IV spikes. Spot is filling with the ask. Let's just kind of follow these up. Yeah, I mean, IV stays up that whole way. Spot's filling up the ask. Little drop there on 108 contracts. We are coming in at 114, which still was the current ask there. I think that I would still read these as a buy there. I mean, you're coming in at that old ask. Looks like that bid ask kind of popped up to 115 there. I would still lean with these being buy to open there.
Yeah,
and
I'm with you.
kind of already running a little bit there too. Yeah, big spike in that call premium. This must have been a big chunk of that premium. 7% of the total premium. So decent little sized whale there. What else do we? Ooh, Joe! Look at all that volume coming in on Joby here. A lot of
That's a
volume.
bit of an eyebrow
7,600
raiser.
contracts. Yeah.
I don't think those bid side are related based on that timing
No.
either.
No, these look interesting here. Now that IV drops when it comes in here. Spot is filling at the ask. These are 3 days out at the money. Again, one of those ones where it doesn't match all my rules there. I do like it filling at the ask there that entire time. I mean, and this is a little cheaper contract, like, 22 bucks. It's a trip up to Starbucks or wherever, and that's 56% of that total premium too. That is a big whale on these guys. That is a monster.
Buyers might be getting some spice here now that they're above that positive gamma wall. Let's see what they got in them. Because right now we've got nothing but negative between us and 6420 after that claim of 6400. I'm still flat. I would need a bigger dip to long, and I would need a full reversal to short. So, hey, if we're done for the day, that's what it is.
We just had this spy whale come in too. This could be interesting.
Ooh. Maybe a little momentum hunting.
Let's take a peek. So IV spikes when it comes in. It's an ascending fill. So let's just look here. 28.35. IV.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of calls hitting the tape across the board with SPX.
38. Oh yeah, these look. These are pretty textbooky here. IV is increasing. Spot price is rising here. So your repeated hit is ascending fill. IV increases again here at the end. Now you do have kind of a couple little tailors here where that IV drops, but it's not significant there in your fill at the ask. I would lean with these being buy to open there.
Yeah. It matches the momentum of the market too. If you peep SPX just in general in their options flow, you're going to see a slew of calls hitting the tape as well. This is hands off for someone who mostly shorts.
I may or may not be taking some of these spy calls, actually. Oh, after I had my 7-day ones that I had to get rid of. But hey,
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Let's see. What were these?
Watch us reverse to lows a day.
Oh, I'll be pissed. 182.
God, that'd be so funny. That'd be like personal.
Shit, these are already kind of up. 197 trading at 213. Fuck. I don't know if I'm chasing. I don't care. Well, I don't think it's gonna come back down. Oh, I got a better entry there. I got 212. I got a 212 fill. So I'm only 12 cents over there. Ask. And you can see I did a very light position. I'm only doing a couple. Hey, I'm up 1% already. What do you know?
He's cheating. I think we get maybe a little back test here. If they do, I'll probably join you long. But if they keep trucking up, I'm not chasing shit. We just hit one of my rejection points in NQ. It rejected by about 20 points, but I'm not convinced buyers are giving it quite yet. Maybe a little back testy poo that 6,400 they just conquered, but we're still building up at that 6,435 we talked about right at the open, and still building up at 6,300 way the hell down there.
I just want to monitor that whale there.
I wish I played that rejection.
Yeah, I wish I would have waited to get that fill.
Sitting on hands.
Whatever. I'm down 4%. That's fine. That's fine.
Hefty. Want more? No clean entry for me on anything quite yet. If I'm thinking of it from a short POV, there's another 30 to 50 points in drop and still. But there's a lot of inflection points on the way down that I'm not comfortable.
These AALs, excuse me, might be a little interesting here. Did get that kind of smaller size coming right
American
after
Airlines?
there. American Airlines, yes sir. These just kind of all over the place here. I know obviously a lot of airline delays and all that stuff there. I had to think for a second. I was like, delays, yes. Yeah, a lot of airline delays right now. I mean, until that stuff gets kind of figured out, I probably wouldn't touch it. These do look interesting to me, though. I mean, you have kind of that big size and big premium there at the end there with that spot increase. Again, it's 22 seconds later. It's probably related. Again, you can't 100% confirm it, and I would want to just double check. I mean, you are getting some bid side action coming in here, too. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say they're buy to open. The smart thing would be just to verify that open interest smart. You just never know fully. I would probably lean their buy to open though. I would say a good chunk of this probably should carry over, barring any other big candles come in here towards the end of the day. Oof, man, I shouldn't have took that SPY call that quick. Whew.
It happens, bro. Momentum was there.
Whatever.
I didn't hate it. I did reshort though. But like I said, very small size. I'm not giving my profits back. You're already
How's Periscope looking?
20, 30-ish points. And I'm probably gonna.
Yeah, I do like that positive gamma to the upside still. I'm gonna hold these.
I'm trimming off. Let's see what they give.
These.
If not, then that's fine. That was a good trade. I missed the premium short entry. And I have my profit take way down there just in case. But I missed the primo entry. I entered where that stop is, but I already trimmed. That's why it looks... They took half of it off. But we're hanging out. I'm probably going to move my stop to break even. Let's close the candle. Take out the downward structure on... But another winner.
There's so many calls coming in too right now. It's just
that's why I'm keeping this so tight.
Rocket Lab call.
And I'm with you. That gamma building up above is interesting, but we still have it building down below too. This is very, very price action oriented trading on my part. With Periscope for a little bit of context. I'm not married to Periscope as much as I usually am, but that rejection is clean, and that's why I played it. And we still have that entire positive gamma zone right below us, literally right below. So if they don't bounce it here, we can really truck down. But again, trailing my stop to the 1 minute because of reclaim on the 1 minute is just the beginning. All right, move my stop down one more time to this current 1 minute. If they bounce out of it, good for them. I already won, and my runners still stopped pretty deep. Let's see what they do. A little bit of a bounce out pattern. Yep, there we go. Good trade. Good trade, gents.
That's what we need. Let's go back up to the upside. Let's go. new high day. Come on. Just no bias at all in that one right now.
Zero bias.
Nope, just would like to see a nice upside move there. That's probably, yeah, I could have got a little better. Usually I don't chase on something like that, but I'm like, we're moving. I mean, we were moving up quick there. We were moving up pretty fast there. Let's see. I got a request here. We can take a peek at this.
Punch it.
Some Google calls hitting here, so we can take a peek at these. Um, let's see. 1 second here.
Punch it right in the kidney. 6,400
So,
built up yet again on 0 day.
good.
Yeah,
Good,
man, I
good,
think these
good.
short scalps will be short-lived if I take any more.
Hey, fine by me. Yeah, these Googles look pretty good here right away. IV spikes, spot is filled with the ass. Let's just follow it up. Everything kind of, so little drop there. It's only on 4 contracts there, not a big deal. IV comes back up. Spot is filled with the ask. You have a little decrease here at the end, a little bit. Again, just kind of one of those questionable pieces. And we do have, again, it's only 1 contract. It's a second later and then 2 seconds later, and then you have some 29 trails. Again, very small sizing, so it's hard to know if it's part of that trade there. I would just use a little caution with that kind of IV drop. Again, 90% of that flow that you look at is probably not going to match your criteria. But do we have anything else on Google coming in here today? Looks like it's just that, oh, the 0DT call. What, that 41285? Is that the one we were looking at?
Sure.
Oh, no, it's not. No, it wasn't. We were looking at the 4.2. So this one, I think, I gotta double check, man. 4.1 285, and then this is the 4.2 275. Man, they need to go back to just weekly expirations, man. It gets confusing. Okay, let's
Too
see.
damn many.
Yeah, I know. Like, man, I just make it easy. Just weekly expirations, please. These
Just
these
one.
calls.
It's like
Let's
those.
see.
Just once again, it's like the restaurant menus with 50 fucking pages. Just give me 5
Oh
things to
God,
choose
I
from.
know.
It took me 5 hours to decide to even come to this restaurant to begin with.
Just give me 3 options, or just have the food on the table. I don't know, man.
Give me no options. Just put meat and beans somewhere.
These again, just I mean, your Ivy kind of drops when that flow's coming in there. Ivy staying down, spots filling up the ask there. Yeah, I mean, kind of coin flippy on both of those there for me. I would just be cautious. I mean, 4% out of the money is it's doable, but man, these are at least 1% out of the money. Yeah, everything's just kind of dropping. It just seems like everything's fading the rally. I mean,
Feels like it, yeah.
it's hard to go long unless you're going very, very quick, I'd say right now. I mean,
It's kind of the same to the downside too, even though that trajectory is still a little bearish in the price action. I mean, bottom wicks are still getting bought up. We're in a bit of a range.
yeah, I'm down about 15% on those SPY calls.
What expiration did you get this time?
I got that guy's contract. I picked that contract.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, hey, why not? Usually I'll do a little more due diligence, but you know, I in a very, very light position. This is not a full position at all. I was just kind of trying to chase that momentum,
Yeah, a
but
little
we'll see what
momentum.
happens here.
It
We'll
is
see.
what it
Because
is.
that SPY flow actually looked very, very good. I mean, the internals of that look fantastic almost for the most part there. I mean, you have the ascending fill, IVs increasing, spot prices increasing. I mean, these look pretty dang good there to me. I mean, besides that little drop off at the end, but we'll see. They look pretty good. Just come on, give me a tweet. Give me a tweet. You know what I'm looking for. Know what I'm looking for.
He wants that
Man,
old Trump tweet. Yeet.
yeah, that'd be wonderful right about now. Would be wonderful. What else are we getting? Periscope looking here? Yeah, I mean you're just on that
Kind
in
of
that positive
samesies.
gamma.
Yeah, we're right in that positive gamma range. I could see a bounce. I could see a knife. Not married to either.
I would be married to the bounce. I would be married to the bounce. Again, no bias. No bias.
No bias at all. I'm definitely not in a super tiny short the whole time. About to hit
You
my
get in at
profit
the
take.
6,400, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I played that rejection once it dipped
Yeah.
below it. And it's only going to basically get me to my high of the day, honestly. About to take profit right here. And I'm out.
Hey,
And now
there
the
you go.
account is back over 1,300 again, baby.
There you go.
I'll just
sacrificed
real
my
quick flash on screen. Another reason I got into it was price action. I still think there's a lower to be had, but this can W up. It can bounce up, make a head and shoulders. There's too many things I can see right here, right now. So I just took it off before the bounce here. But let me get those executions on. You can even see the ad. Here are those two that I trimmed and got knocked out of. Right here was where I added from the rejection of my level at 411 here after they dip below it on that long upper candle. Added to it, trim, re-entry. You can see it right there. Re-entry for the fade of that bounce. Flattened entirely right here. And then they went lower without me. But it is what it is. We're back at the high of day. There's no reason to push if the setup's not clean. Right now it's not clean. But just to paint a picture, guys, of how often I take my stops fast, we have taken 8, 9 trades now this morning. But look how many executions there are for those so far on the day. All these executions, because I'm trimming, I'm managing the position in real time. Here you see me flatten them all at once. The one arrow on the bottom is me full flattening the position. That's why sometimes you see 2 arrows. I trimmed and then flattened. But these are all flattening all at once the whole position. And the reason for that is because we're looking at that gamma profile. I see arguments for both directions. I'm not going to sit in here and hope for a home run on every trade. I see my profit. I'm getting the fuck out. There's a lot of maybes in these setups. And even now I could see this holding the bullish recovery from the actual low of day. I don't know that they will. This doesn't seem the most bullish to me. I would short again at like 23,350 on NQ, but right now we're back to hands off. We're above what our prior high of day was on the profit and loss factor here. I'm not going to push. We're up 500 from 800. If I get another setup, yeah, I'm going to take it, but I'm not going to chase right here. This could reject and just dump to my target way down here at 229, which was the target on the first trade. We took way the fuck back here. It could, but I'm not going to sit in it and hope for it. It's hope's not a strategy.
You know, I don't appreciate your bearishness here. I do not appreciate that.
If I don't see an argument for a short, you're probably safe to long, just for future reference. Because when I say there's no short for me, that's when I get made fun of for not longing. Yeah. Now, just because there's no short doesn't mean there is a safe long. But, hey, Anthony, say this. Yes. I'm going to copy paste something to you. It's like an inside joke of a TikToker that's really funny. Oh, God. Just say this, but like in a nasally, like, type voice. I threw it in the group chat.
But, like, what do I know? No. You're not going to get me. No.
What do I know? I'm just some bitch. You kind of have the same timbre of her voice. So my girlfriend texted me. I just want Anthony to say it.
I'll do it for the ladies. There, you just, but what do I know? I'm just some bitch.
Yeah, perf, dude, you sound like her. That's so fucking funny.
There you go.
Just the way you say bitch is exactly the same. All right,
hey,
I'm shorting here. There. I'm shorting here.
Oh.
super tight. Way tighter than usual even. Because that quick wick, I need it to print instantly. If it doesn't, I'm just hands off again. And it looks like they're buying it up anyway. All right, I'm out. All right, you're welcome, Anthony. I got stopped out of the short.
Can you get stopped out by another about like 20% or so?
I'll get right on it. I mean, if you look at what happened Friday, yes.
You know, the one time I'll see you losing on the trade, and I'd be kind of happy.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. All right, I'm doing it again right here, right now. It's the same pattern, just a different location. Not as high of a bounce as I'd like. If this one stops out, I'm either missing it entirely or waiting another like 40 points up. All right, we're out. We're sitting on hands for now. Just so people know I'm not lying. Here are the two entries and exits, both quick stop out. If we trade, you'll see it. I'm not hiding
Ooh,
shit.
we're popping a little bit
Yeah,
here.
there's a nice little move here off the bottom there. It
Could
was,
use about another.
It's a higher low from the daily bottom, but not a higher low from the local area of that range. This could just as well head and shoulders here. This is a 3-minute chart. This could just as well reject here and head right back down. I would wait for it to bounce to about 360 for a really safe short, because that would be the right shoulder of a head and shoulders pattern. For right now, 50-50 direction for me. I'm waiting. Did we get anything spicy on the Periscope with that update here?
Just some more upside there. That 64.35 grew a little bit.
This should
Maybe a
shift
little
here in a
grow.
minute. There we go. Now we got the
another-
shift.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
it
we're falling
dropped.
off way up there, but we're not building new positioning below. We're still just sitting right on top of this positive gamma wall with 6,400, the line in the sand for buyers, I think. Yeah, if they can't hold above 6,400, they already failed once. That was that short we took earlier. If they can't hold above that 6,400, I see no reason we don't just chop this this positive gamma zone. And we're
Cool.
short.
Just what I want to do is chop on 2-day
Gotta zoom out,
expirations.
Jesus.
You know, I should just kept those.
Ooh, this stop out will make me
Weeklies for
sad, but I gotta show it
a
anyway.
while.
Here's my short. I got a bad fill, but my stop has to stay up here. And so if they get me, it's gonna be 40. Ooh, that's gonna take a good $80 haircut off of our profit. But we're up 500. The risk to reward is there. I would basically want it. I mean, I could still see this trucking lower, but I'm going to keep it here. It's about a 2-to-1 risk to reward if they get me, oh well. But this is the exact same pattern we traded up here. That long wick on the bottom does not instill confidence. I'm actually just going to keep this up. I need this to reject right. I'm going to trail it to the 1 minute again. Even though this is the true stop out, like I said, I don't like that kind of drawdown, man. I'm going to take my drawdown to... Oh, it's going to get me right here, right now. That's okay.
Yes, it is
Oh.
okay. It is definitely okay. Yes, that is okay.
No bias, though, right?
No.
All right, I'm not touching this again unless they get me up to that 350 to 360 range I mentioned earlier, or sweep below 300 again. Hold it as resistance for the new. Otherwise, we're just diddling in the middle. I've taken 3 tiny haircut stop outs in a row here. Time to chill. And if, hey, we dry up, that is what it is. We've been going for a couple of hours. We're vibing. We had a good scalper morning. Still up about 450. Only one real piece of playable flow. And honestly, Anthony, I don't think it's dead in the water yet. Buyers are holding this positive gamma zone. I wouldn't sweat to death on that call quite yet.
Yeah.
We've still got
I'm
more
just
puts
kinda
coming in, though.
monitoring. Yeah. Well,
Nothing
it
insane.
always-
Nothing insane. Nothing insane.
It always blows my mind too. Just, I mean, look at how close they get to that. I mean, they're almost at the peak and it drops like that. That almost concerns me that maybe they were short and they got filled at the ask and just everything looked good.
All possible, man.
You just never know. It's just, what's the coincidence that it drops that hard right when it comes in? I mean, you just never know. I mean, hey, this thing could print for
Michaela said, "Thank you,
50%.
Anthony. I did a little dance." But you sounded exactly like her, dude. It was fucking funny. It was
good.
so good. I'll find a link and send it to you, and you'll see what I mean. I'm just so
Cool.
bitch.
Well, I won't say anything, but I know where your girlfriend works, so if I need a discount on anything,
Yeah, good luck with that. The regulations here are dog shit.
of course they are.
Of course they are.
Do we have anything change on the all expiration? No.
Not really. We're kind of
Yeah.
just Diddling in the middle, like I said, man. They're just bouncing between that 6400 positive and this little range of positive gamma we have right below us from 6385 to 6370. Not much doing. Diddling in the middle and waiting.
Hey, coming back, only down 14% on these now. Yeah, just give me another pop to at least above that. I'll throw a stop on, maybe secure a little bit.
Finally got a little bit more net call premium coming in as well here. Nothing exorbitantly amazing, but a little bit. Out of the money only, still heavily favoring the put side. I mean, nothing doing here, man. I think we're setting a little bit of a range here between these positive gamma zones. Good if you're a range scalper, I'd say. I would almost be tempted to short here, but I already said I'm gonna be very cautious with my shorts moving forward today. If I take any more at all, buyer's got a little bit of juice here. We've set a higher low again, which again was right in the middle of this positive gamma zone at 6380. I mean, until something changes here in market maker positioning and volume profile, I'm not really confident in a home run move in either direction. These are just like see profit, take profit baby scalps when we're between two heavy positive gamma spots. Like, so if you're a range trader, you probably got a little bit of setup here in both directions, but the fact that it's in both directions is why I'm hands off.
Yeah,
now.
I mean, the last couple of days, it's right there. Like, it's almost so easy when you see the setup. Like, today is a
Sometimes,
little
man, sometimes the
mixed.
scary trade's the right trade, and so when it
Yeah.
seems easy, it's when I start getting cautious. You know?
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
just like,
I'm like,
"Ugh,
I sit and
I am
question
way
myself.
too
I'm
sure
like,
about this. You know what I mean?
like, wow, it's right there. Like, it's like calling heads or tails, and then the coin's already on heads. Like, oh, is it gonna be heads or tails? Like,
All right.
ugh.
They gave me my 360. I'm taking the short small.
Man, I think we're gonna accelerate back up to 7,000 today. I
You
don't
know
know
what?
about you,
The
man.
loss on this, if it stops me out here, is small enough. I hope they do it for you.
$700 run SPX.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take that.
We just
Take
ripped
something like
20% out of nowhere on a Trump tweet yeet. Those call premiums are coming up. I might, if this candle doesn't print down here, and if we get any wicks, I'm just taking this off. Because I don't like the net premium moving like that while we're still trying to reject here. I've got my finger on the flatten.
Seems pretty choppy too now.
Yeah.
Getting to that lunchtime.
This is where you get chopped up. Keeping this really tight. Just on the 1 minute here so it doesn't lag my short term. All right, if this 1 minute gives me a nice print lower, I'll stay in it. Otherwise, my stop is right above this tiny little flag ring. This is exactly where I wanted to enter. I got in a little late, but it is what it is. I would target basically down here at 305 to 300s, but I'll probably take profit sooner just because I don't like the buying pressure. I'm only up about 5 points. Nothing about zero either. I really want to see them take out 318 on NQ to the downside here, but I'm quickies in and outs. If they bounce up, I'm going to keep trailing this to the 1 minute, and if they get me, they get me, so be it. Crystal rewards there. If they get me to 320s, I would prefer they go through 320s. A little bit of a support spot. You can see him holding it as resistance here on the downside this morning. They can't take it out. Boom. We've got another higher low and possible support for the NASDAQ. All right. Guys, you got us for a little bit more time here. If you have any flow requests, ticker requests, drop them in because this might be my last scalp of the day. We're drying up. The moves are slowing down significantly. The ranges are tightening up. We might just be getting range trapped between those positive gamma profiles. So if you got flow requests, drop them in. We'll break them down for you before we get out of your hair for the day. I'll let you know what this trade does.
I'm looking at these Netflix puts while you're doing that too.
Ooh.
Nice IV spike when those come in. Spot is filling up the ask. 40.98. We stay up. Then you have
All
a
right, we're not getting any
drop in the
momentum. I'm
IV.
closing that. All right, I'm out. We took $50 on it. It is what it is. Vibing. They're gonna knife right now because I closed it. I can smell
No,
it,
no,
but
no,
it's
no,
okay.
no, no. It's gonna be a smart trade because we're gonna.
All right, I'm
rock
out.
it
Moon, moon, moon.
up. Just come on, do something. You gotta you gotta post the little guy with the stick. Come on, do something like something, man.
Dude, they're gonna back test
These-
that positive gamma here. I can feel it down in my plums.
When do we get
Yeah,
our update? A
they're
couple minutes
just
here.
now peeking into it. They're just now peeking into it.
When we get that update, come on. I'm trying to see like a nice big orange bar at like 65.50, just massive, and everything disappears. Just give me something. Oh, you get a little pop there.
Yeah, there's no real momentum flow hitting either. We're not seeing anybody slapping the shit out of puts or calls here. Man, I'm telling you, I think we're getting a little bit of a range forming. Maybe they'll do that W pattern up for you, Spy.
Maybe, or will they?
Maybe.
So they will. That call premium is still climbing too.
It
I
is
mean,
on
just
Spy at
slowly.
least. The temptation to
Man,
short
come
again
on.
is there, but since I'm tempted, I'm not gonna. I'll hang out for.
Yeah, it's just not the best setup. I mean, like that market tide's giving a whole different say. Oh, those calls and puts are both curling up there on that.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's not a really good signal. Come on, baby, pop.
Oh, we do
did
have a
get
request from
a
Joe.
flow request from Joe. Yeah, I just sent the link actually.
Nice. You want to pop that
did
open,
you?
Anthony?
Joe Man Joe.
A Joe named Joe. Another UW affiliate, great guy. Check him out.
BE 115 put. So Bloom Energy, Bloom Energy, Bloom Energy.
I think we looked at this last week too. Bloom Energy.
Probably.
Rings a bell.
Probably. So you got the repeated hits ascending fill.
All right,
And
that's
you
the
talk
hold,
about me
Anthony. You
sending
might get another
expensive
local high
contracts.
here.
Look at Joe sending the
Oh, he wants to
massive
know.
price
He's asking if they're short from your point of view. Yeah. Are
Yeah,
they
let's
short?
see.
Phil's over the ask at one point. Real quick, I'm going to drop Tucker a link to share with everybody. Above ask and below bid are quite literally meaningless, just for the homies not in the know. They're quite literally meaningless. In terms of fill price, that is. It could still be a great trade, who knows. But all things considered, meaningless. If it's above the ask, regard it as at ask. If it's below the bid, regard it as at bid. I'm going to drop an article here in a second that explains that in Dan language. A much smarter man than me when it comes to option shit like this, but a pretty simple concept to understand, I'd say. Really good breakdown. I just shot it to Tucker. He'll spam it in the chat. If you're new to options, take a quick read-see of that, and that is also why we don't have the above ask and below bid filters that some competitors have. It's because they're meaningless.
I am keeping an eye on that spy call because I'm only down like 9% now. So let's look at BE here, and I'm just gonna keep my
I'm not sweating your spy call quite yet, man. If they set a new local high, you're probably gonna be trucking. This has some good holds. We held 2 higher lows in a row. Unless something heavy happens and they sweep those lows, I think you're, especially if your sizing is like if it goes to 0.
Oh yeah, I don't care if it's a lotto. I still hate seeing something.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't care if it's $10. Like I don't like losing money. Anyways, yeah. So
okay,
Joe,
so he says I'm more interested in the stock than the contracts, but the stock is nearing a place where I'd like to long. So if these appear short, that would add confluence to my trade. So let's see what you think here.
Yeah, let's see. So repeated hits ascending fill kind of right away. Just based off that, I'm looking for these to be a buy pretty much, but let's just kind of go through and take a peek. So IV spikes when they come in here. IV is increasing, little drop there. Let's just kind of keep looking there, and it's filling at that 1869, so it's 1 cent under the ask there. I like that. let's see, just kind of following this up, and energy. I'll touch on this after here too. So now you have that kind of IV drop in here as well, and then it's kind of decreasing. I can see how you think this is a possible short here with that IV kind of decreasing here towards the end. It is popping in a couple bigger size and premium spots, but it tends to drop again a little bit there. Let's
Puffy.
just see 126.09. Yeah, that one's
Down
a
10% too. Damn.
yeah. Well, and anything energy related too is going to be very reliant on Iran and U.S. right now. Like any development, like if it escalates more, obviously it's going to put pressure on oil prices to the upside. If
You want to peep their full flow profile. See if there's anything else that could add a little bit more confluence to those.
yeah, I'm looking. You had a big spike there back on the 20th, and we've already kind of moved off
Yeah,
that
that
little
person already got
call.
paid. Scroll on down. Let's see the
Yeah.
highest change by volume for
Oops. And it looks like it might be that
the one
what did he
below.
send
It's
us?
the
The
one we were just
15.
looking at. The 115s though. Let's pop those
15.
open. They've got about a
Yeah.
50-50 bid at still.
Ooh.
Because I could see a lot of momentum chasing happening when it's down 10%
Yeah.
as well. Let's go 250. These are all over this, man. What's that? Well, the spread's really tiny size, really.
I'm just kind of looking at everything. Everything's just kind of all over, like
Yeah.
timing wise and everything. I mean, the bid's the only one really kind of come in there, and it does decrease when that comes in. I would say I almost like these 115s a little bit more as short puts there possibly than the 115s there. Again, it's and then you have this spot at the end here too where that IV increases there. It's still
They just gave me the
filling
same
the
short
bid.
entry, and
It's
I'm taking it. Stop on the 1 minute. I'll lose 4. But
hey,
patterns there,
I'm
I gotta take
down
it. But yeah, man,
6% on my calls.
I don't know about here because it's kind of all over the place. I could see both of these having been shorted, but it's hard, man. Like you even see that sharp drop in net put premium, but the order fill profile
Yeah.
is just kind of that's new. That 90 wasn't
No,
here
this is
before, was
that
it? No, the
the
90 at the
515 is
top.
the. Oh, that is new.
That's new.
I think. What is that? 1035. Yeah, that's
That's
brand
new.
new
Pop that
there.
bad boy open.
That is brand new.
This might be a little bit more for your confluence, Joe.
These, yeah, IV
This is
drops
way
here.
cleaner. This looks short to me.
Yes, these look absolutely short here, unless we see anything at the end there.
Yeah,
So that's
nothing's telling me. I don't know, man.
I
I tend to regard the beginning of orders more than the in between. Especially when that fill price is barely.
I I don't like that ask side. I mean, that's technically an
It could be
ascending
a wonky
fill at the
fill. Yeah.
bid. Yeah, it's
Oh, hey, the short's looking.
are these in the money? 25% out of the money.
Yeah,
I would probably lean if they're short puts
I'm
there.
leaning short on those. That would have to be a pretty.
Yeah.
Now the time they have on them is also beneficial to them because even if Bloom knifes that fucking 30% it would take to get down there, as long as it expires above $90 per person's not gonna give a shit. But this to me seems like someone who's like this. But again, it's far enough out of the money with enough time that they don't really need it to drop right now.
Yeah, I'm looking
this
at that
short's
kind
working
of
right now,
recent
boys.
move too. Oh, yeah, I know. I was almost break even on my spy calls.
Back in it to win it here. Let's see if I get 360. If you recall, 360 was my entry short earlier. Now it's my target on this short. And 10 points is close enough if they bounce out of it here. I ain't fucking around. See money, take money on this shit. So let's see what they do with this 30 seconds of this 1 minute. But I'm leaning those 90s being sold to open personally.
Yeah, I mean, Bloom hasn't been under that 90. It was only under that 90 for maybe about a week there and mid-December there. Otherwise, I mean, it's been above that 90 there. And your expected move here, at least in the month. They're 80 days out, so let's just do 3 months. I mean, it's it's kind of a big implied move there, obviously with everything going on to kind of moves that up. But yeah, it's got a plus minus 30% move for that 515 expiration there. These are obviously 618, but yeah, that's I mean I would that 80 the 90 put I would probably lean short on those two. The other ones were just I mean too muddy kind of in there. I'd say. When do we have earnings on
Out of
this
that
name?
short on that bounce there, they might continue, but that's okay. See profit, take profit type of situation.
And you have earnings on April 29th there too. So you got some
It
time.
tends to, when it goes outside that implied move, it sure does, but
Jeez.
definitely seems to stay within it more often than not.
Pretty big expected move here right now. So
oh
yeah,
god.
Yeah, that's
Well, it did they not until April.
April 29th.
That is a wide one. I wonder. So the way implied move works is it's basing off of the implied volatility of options contracts as well. The pricing of options and implied volatility is what indicates that implied move because it's what the options are pricing in. I wonder if that'll change tomorrow because we have high IV on these contracts from a 10% move right now. Curious.
Yeah, I look closer to that as you got closer to earnings too. Hey, down 10% again. I already got some back. Come on, baby.
But yeah, those 90s I think fit your narrative a little bit there, Joe.
Yep.
It's really hard to say with those 115s.
Yeah, the other two were a little murky, but the 90 I'd put a bet on that it is
We have one more request from YouTube. This one's going to be a backwards looking one. This homie's sitting in the contract. Curious about the initial flow. They said the flow wasn't looking like a sell to open. But hey, sometimes they don't.
Is it the Baba 165?
Yes, sir. The Baba 165 for July. And I'm going to hit them with a piss break again. I chugged the water and half of the Mountain Dew since the last one. Yeah,
so this close started to come in. So March 11th. Let's just kind of look at that historical flow here. Just make sure nothing weird has happened in here. So most of that flow from the 11th carrying over there, about 5,300 contracts. Most of that carried over, another 4,000. Most of that carrying over. Some volume there on the 16th and no big open interest change. Some volume on the 19th and no big open interest change. Let's look at kind of everything in here. I think, and I'll get Nick's opinion on this too when he gets back, I think these may have, so that was the 19th. So 3,000. Yeah, I'm trying to do the math here. I think most of it's still in. It's a very odd one there. I mean, a lot of ask side hits coming in there, so it looks good. Let's just kind of look at a couple of these. So these, so IV kind of drops a little bit, then rises there. Let's see. Yeah, those look good there.
To the homie in YouTube chat asking about the Gex charts, I've got a couple of videos coming your way from Tucker. Just check the chat. Those will be coming in shortly.
And these look pretty, a little more questionable there with that big IV, or the IV drop and the big size and premium there. So this one, so I'll show you what I kind of found on these, Nick. They're interesting. So it looks like most of this started to come in on March 11th here. Volume carried over into open interest. We had another 5,300 traded there on the 12th. Most of that carried over. Again, another 4,700 carried there on the, or traded on the 13th. Majority of that carried over. So now you had some traded there on the 16th. No open interest change. You had 3,000 traded there on the 19th. No big open interest change. Actually, a small drop. Nothing since then. I think, I mean, it looks to me that the whale's still in. They may have cut some contracts in there, but I mean, if it looks like they're still into me here, I mean, I don't know if I'd want to be down or opening these at 543 and they're trading at 188. I don't think I would want to hold through that. That's kind of a significant drawdown there. Obviously, a lot of time on those 109 days. Anything can happen. I would say the whale maybe cut some in here, but it looks like just kind of based off that open interest and only the couple open interest drops there, that the whale is still in most of their position. They did try to make a small comeback there, but man, I don't know if I'd
I'm
want to be
just now
down at
looking for
that.
this chart. Yeah, that's painful.
It's very interesting because
It got until July, man. I could really see this going both ways. Because if it's short, it's
yeah.
obviously moving how they want it to. If it's long, and this is, a big fund with a shitload of money, that loss is kind of a nothing burger to them over this period of time. And it wouldn't surprise me if they stayed in anyway. It's also possible this person had a short position in millions of shares that we don't know about, that these are shorted on. Yes, when they happen in tandem at the same time, we flag that as multi-legged shares. But if this person's already short a shitload of shares from a year ago and they're buying calls as a hedge, we wouldn't be able to flag that because they're not transacting in tandem. It'd be harder to tell. I don't know. It's a tough one. I would almost be leaning bought to open to begin with, but
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the premiums just of the last 3 days. I mean, there's been some call inflow, and again, just because there's call inflow there doesn't mean it's necessarily bought.
So I guess
But
my
I mean,
question to you would be this. If you're in the same contracts, A, would you still be comfortable with your portfolio and trading if you held this that whole time and it went to zero? And B, would you be more comfortable sitting and waiting rather than using what capital you have left on new positions elsewhere? Those are two things I would ask myself if I had this much time on a contract. Depending on what other positions I have on, depending on the timeline, etc. When I'm down over 50% like this,
yeah,
I tend to
that's
cut and change my position, but that's just a personal thing. I'm really risk averse. If I'm being honest, that knife in March 19th there, I would have dumped them that day, personally. I would
yeah,
have seen that
yeah,
negative
that's
50% and fucked off. I would have bitched and moaned about it a few days later when it bounced up about $100 per contract. But in that time, I'm not an investor, right? I don't buy and hold. I'm a trader. Contracts I'll hold a couple of weeks depending on the play. Scalping, you've been watching for the last 2.5 hours. I'm in and out like that. So fast I'm in and out, win or lose. I'm not in those trades for more than a couple minutes tops. If I were in this, again, I would have dumped that position on the 19th when Baba knifed, and I would have been looking for different trades personally. Now, your mileage may vary. You can do whatever it is you do. Whatever you're comfortable with is what you should do. But what I would have done is I would have gotten out on that knife and moved on to a different trade, licked my wounds from the 50% loss, and then seen what I can get elsewhere. That's just me. I'm not telling you what to do. Do whatever the hell you do. That's just my take. I am with you. I'd be leaning bought to open on these, back on those initial fills, but given the sporadic fills toward the end of those orders, it's hard to tell.
yeah.
The fact that the position's still open while down this much doesn't necessarily mean it was short. Again, we have no idea what this trader's doing at all. We're not that trader. I personally would be out and I'd be finding new positions. But that's just me. I don't know what anything. I know what Jay-Z would do. He would say, "Fuck it, I meant it to go zero to begin with."
You're ride or die. Yeah, I'm already not a big fan of the long dated flow. I don't have patience to sit and
I'm usually looking at monthlies and
yeah,
weeklies.
yeah. Yeah, like the most I like to hold like a piece of flow, and now like it's different if you go and like find the play, chart it out, and you like everything. That's a little different. But like if I'm just following a random piece of flow, like I'm I'm looking for that move within like a week or week and a half. There, just I want it quick, and I always kind of look at the days to expiration on there too. That I I try to think of that as the timeline for the whale. So like if there's a 3-day expiration coming in, like obviously if that whale truly is buying, let's say the call or put, they want that move to be quick because they is going to eat those contracts away very quickly. Versus these are 109 days out. If this whale is truly long on these contracts, they might not care about what's going on right now. Maybe they know something. Maybe you just don't know. That's the thing. Like unless you are that specific whale, you don't know.
Anthony's that whale. He's short.
No, I'm not a fan of trading China names, anyways, just because there's so much stuff that can happen. Hey, I'm down 6% on my spy.
Oh, hell yeah. Grupo Nemesis says, I absolutely adore whales. Going on 1-year subscription. I'll be experimenting with Claude sometime this week. Bro, tweet that shit out. Tag me at NicholasFNS. If you're building something, show us, dude. If you're working on shit that you're just having fun with Claude, with the API, with that MCP thing, tweet it out. Tag us. Tag the Unusual Whales Twitter. We love sharing shit like that. So if you start building something, man, hit me up. I'd love to show people what you're working on.
Yeah, that Claude stuff is very interesting. I wish I was a lot
even with
smarter
vibe coding.
to...
I'm too damn stupid, man. I'm too damn
I
stupid.
was gonna
even with
say
vibe coding.
I'm not very good with that technical stuff. I'm like, hey,
I'm just so
well,
I'm too dumb, man. And there's laziness in there. I'll be real. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm a little lazy. I got my trading strategy. It's very simple, and I don't like to think too hard.
and it works, and it works, and it works. That's the thing.
I don't like to
I'm
think
down
too hard,
4% on these spy calls.
Yeah, dude, this bounce is good.
Man.
If they take out, we're 10 points on MNQ/NQ on the Nasdaq. We're 10 points below
3%.
that local high. If they take this out, you're gonna start feeling spicy.
I'm down 2%. 3%. Oof. But this always happens to me too. I usually get in a trade and it starts printing right when it's like almost lunchtime, and I'm like, damn it, I gotta take my profits because I'm not gonna sit and watch the chart, and I don't trust setting stops.
Can I link our Gemini accounts to UW? The API, as far as I know, can be utilized with all of the major LLM models. Pretty sure. Gemini. Yeah. You can integrate your AI, the API and the AI tools with your Gemini. And then obviously we have that MCP set up as well for people to be doing a lot more stuff with that. Yeah. Now, the how, that's a completely different story. But Joe, actually DM me about that if you're going to start playing with the API, Joe. Just shoot me a Twitter DM so I don't forget. And I might be able to do something a little...
Yeah, that API stuff is insane.
I'm too dumb, man. Jay-Z said he's going to start playing with it, and it's like, I don't got it in me, dude. I don't got that dog in me.
Oh, God, can you imagine what Jay-Z's going to be doing with earnings and the API? Oh, God.
I think he's going to get confused and someone else is going to build it, but we'll see what happens. I think when Milt started playing with it more, he had Dan in his ear the whole time. And I would too, dude. I'm too dumb for that shit. I can't. Dan, do it for me.
Yeah, how about you make it and then I'll play with it? How about that?
All right, we had some good requests there. We're trucking along.
Down 6% on these spy calls, man. Come on. Give me
a
little pop
again?
over that.
They did reject a little, but it's not concrete.
Bit.
I'll tell you this, Anthony, They didn't reject hard enough that I would short right now. I see the short.
Oh, that means it's going to go down.
The short.
That means it's going to go down because
right
you're not going to take it.
And they'll maybe test down to 373, but they haven't invalidated a reversal pattern yet. And they still haven't confirmed a reversal pattern.
No, it's just...
Now, I want a short. Let me be clear. I want a short, but the target's really close. It's at 86, about 30 points down, and my stop would also have to be about 30 points up. I don't like 1-to-1s. I know a lot of scalpers like 1-to-1s. I don't. I like 2-to-1s, 3, 4, 5-to-1s. That's why you see me take 50 tiny little stop outs and then add into the move instead of trimming into the move like a normal person does. I don't put on full size right at the beginning. I add my size as I move toward targets and then trim at those targets. That's kind of counterintuitive to what you see most people say about taking profits. They'll take profits on the way there. I add into the move. So I fish for entries, and then I add size into momentum. I'm not comfortable with that with longs yet, so you don't see me taking many long. but I would have shorted that. And honestly, I'd probably be out already, Anthony. Right about here. They can dip farther. They can dip as far as 375 and hold the same pattern. We're at 404 right now. I'm not holding my breath for either direction quite yet. Right now, they're giving that full dip.
I mean, hey, just give me a pop up to that 64.35 and I'll be happy. That's
I'll tell you
all
what,
I'm asking
if
for.
they dip 20 more points, I'll take the long.
Like,
And they're not gonna. They're bouncing it already.
Yeah, just give me the little pop. I'm just asking for.
I'm flat, so I'm down with them to moon it. But if they give me more setups, I'm gonna take them. I just want yours to print too, so we can both win.
Yeah.
Because we both got just destroyed on Friday.
Oh god, Friday was probably like my worst trading day in like a couple of years, man.
I wasn't happy, man. I was so butthurt. I was all excited and shit going into the weekend. I was like 2 back-to-back banger, abnormal, way unrealistic gains on such a small account just to nuke it all with a button click. Pay attention, y'all. If you're supposed to be on ADHD meds, take them shits. It's just expensive. I haven't been on that for a while, but I might get back on after Friday, dude. I'm still butthurt about it. That was so stupid, unavoidable loss, and it happens. Like I said at the beginning, it wasn't a rule break. It was just not paying attention. I clicked the wrong button and then closed it before I checked and verified. It is what it is. But you're gonna fuck up here and there trading, and you just gotta beat yourself up for 15 minutes or so, and then lock back in.
Hey, I was gonna say, hey, that's a lie. I haven't seen profits on there. I forgot I got in these at like 2.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I chased a little bit on that
and
one.
it did give that good bounce, but they're still just towing the line in this same range, man. They're almost to the point where I said I would risk a long, but now the pattern's shifting a little bit, and I'm looking for shorts again.
Oh, no, you don't want to go long.
Yeah.
Of course
I never want to go long, dude. And it's not even that I'm a bear. It's just I suck at reading long patterns, even though it's literally the same shit upside down. It doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. All right. Oh.
Man, we're just gonna...
If they go without me, dude, we're now 60 points from that bounce where I wanted to enter short. And there's no entry here that's not just outright mindless chasing. I could see the argument for a long, though. I'm not going to take it because I'm a coward.
I mean,
but
you got all that positive gamma up there. That's the only reason I kind of tailed that to it. And I mean, there's a lot on that 64.
Yeah, and we're coming off a bit below. But right here at 6,400, man, that's still the spot to beat. If they can't stay above that, they're not getting anything up there. But we're still building at 6,420, still building at 25, still building at 35. The 6,400 still building. This just feels like such a rejection spot. I think, buddy, I think they're going to keep ranging that. It's the same shit. It's the same range here.
Seems like it's going to be
the same range.
Should I be balls
6,400, wick above. They rejected that negative gamma zone they needed to get through to squeeze it. Now they're coming back down. I could see an argument for longing 63.95, but then your stop's going to be way down at 80, which would hurt.
Yeah,
but if they're just ranging around the 6,400, dude, if nothing changes in this gamma profile, they might just be assholes. Give us a big stop run to both directions and then pin it to 6,400 in the course. That would be the meanest thing they could do right now.
Not the most unsurprising. Yeah, I mean, you're getting the lower highs, but then you're getting a higher low, and it's like...
I'm...
Oh, yeah, a little pop there.
Yeah, I'm going to see what this pop does, but I might set up a short here. We're still getting more puts on the tape. Net premiums for SPY alone. Still got net call premiums beating out, but on SPX, we've got more flurries of puts coming in. That gamma profile is not really shifting enough to show me they're going to explode. So I think this is just going to be a continuous itty-bitty see profit, take profit, get in, get out type of situation here until they really wick out one end. All right, folks, we're drying up. We're coming up on the lunch hour Eastern time. I'm probably not going to take another trade in this range until they test the extremes of one of them again. Right now, we're right back to, like I said earlier, diddling in the middle. We are wider range, 440 to 260 on NQ. We're not going to see a slingshot in either direction until they break this little range. If you're a range trader, you could very happily Just keeping in mind we're making higher lows, you could short the top of the range, long the bottom of the range, rinse and repeat until they break out on one side. Just be aware, you got to keep those stops in line with the different extremes of this range they've set. I'm kind of assuming they might come back down to this 315 to 325 range, but I don't know about new lows yet. Because right now, they're just ping-ponging. Look at this. They're not even, like, it's kind of stair-stepping up. Like, I don't even want to call it a stair-step because they're not clean. But we're setting higher
Sloping.
lows and not higher highs. So we're just tiny little cone here that's not really realizing the either direction. I still want to short it, but I'm going to sit on my hands because we've already won plenty today on such a small account. I fucked up bad Friday, so I got to undo it little by little. But yeah, I mean, if you're a range trader, for the last half an hour, you've been in your element. So I hope you're killing it.
And like that chop, literally, because I was down, what did I say, 3% on those contracts? I'm back down 18% already, just off that.
You had the
chop.
1 day, right? Or did you get 2 days?
I got the 2 days. I got.
Word.
I'll swing these. I don't care. I'll swing these.
And if
these were just
if you're in a position that doesn't hurt you and you've treated it as a lotto to begin with, who cares? Let it ride. Because these,
yeah,
we've been having 2% swings in both directions out of fucking nowhere, like every other day.
Yeah, I mean,
here comes that new low here in the local.
Cool.
Yeah. I should have taken it. I should have taken it. All good.
Yeah, you should have.
But all right, homies, last call for flow requests. Before we get out of your hair, we've been trucking along for 2.5 hours. We had some good trades. We had some not so great flow. A couple of decent ones. It gave us a lot to think about, especially those
we just got that
BEs.
flip.
I didn't know what to make of those.
6,400 just grew more too.
Yeah, and we're still falling off below. Up above, it's about the same. A little bit of fall off, but nothing substantial. Yeah, I might be sitting on my hands for the next like good hour or so. I'm also gonna get something set up for the show after this, so we can have more clips and stuff after the fact. Dude, we're still getting more puts. The last substantial order hit like 5 minutes ago or more, and my interval flow is not really crazy, but still leaning downside currently.
I should probably put that interval flow on my dashboard here. I had it on for a while, and I was like,
Wants has a pretty good one. You'd have to scroll for it in the Unusual Whales Periscope channel. He has a momentum filter that's pretty cool. I forgot to save it, but I know he kills it with it. Worth checking out.
I know they sit and look at that 0DT interval flow like all day. Like it's good. It's a good tool to know what's going on.
And if buyers don't bounce, space 63.9.
Give me a higher. It's gonna be a lower low. It seems like it almost seems just kind of looking at that. I mean, it almost looks like it's
right now. They're still
liney.
Holding that exact same range of positive gamma to positive gamma zone. I'm hands off. I'm hands off.
I just want to look at that chart quick.
This is coming.
I mean,
we're at the spot that they need to bounce basically now.
Yeah, I'm just doing a quick little trendy trend here. I mean, it's... Oops, maybe. If I could draw correctly.
Why did I not take that short? God damn it.
Yeah,
being responsible is lame.
Like
all right, we're getting more SPX and spy puts hitting.
Going now. Yeah, you broke that little
I'm not chasing it
there.
because there's too many bounce points the whole way down to low of day for me to chase it here. That entry I pointed out in real time is where I should have threw it on, but it's all good. We're hanging out. We did well this morning. If we don't have any new flow requests, I think we'll let you guys party with the rest of your day. Then I'll go get some arbitrary back-end shit done so we can have a better show on Wednesday as well. But I think we had a pretty good show. Thanks for being really active in the chat, guys. Keeps us talking about shit instead of me just staring at the screen begging for it to go to my entry again because I missed it.
That was me today. That's me today. Yeah. Waiting for it to go back up. I'm gonna swing these though. I'll let you know how they turn out on Wednesday. I mean, hey, I'll take a 3%.
Dude, I hope they print fat. I hope they print fat.
If I see profits today, I will probably end up cutting them a little bit because they're starting to drop a little bit now.
All right, everybody. I've got us back on. You see Tucker there arbitrarily turning knobs to make it seem like he's doing something.
I think he was taking a nap.
Not you, henchman holding wrench.
Bro, I'm My eyes are.
Mini-me,
are
move
screwed
down the
tonight.
bench.
Were you
All right,
taking a
everybody.
nap there?
No.
Yeah, he took a
No,
nice nap.
not-
He took a nap on the job, even though we're ending the show now, and he could nap whatever he wants. He's just gonna continue the nap. Fucking guy. Ooh, we got a pop and net put premiums on that dip, though. Let's see what they do with that.
Yeah, I'm watching that.
All right, everybody. I think we'll get out of your hair. We'll be back here on Wednesday morning, same time. Maybe we'll try to be a little less lazy and see if we can't go live a little before open on Wednesday, so we can actually talk and watch the open action. Kind of meant for that when the show started, and then it just kind of turned into, hey, we're live right at open, like really fast. But we'll try to come in a little bit earlier Wednesday so we can talk some shit, maybe look at some open interest changes, take some flow requests before open, so that when open starts, we're ready to start putting trades on if they're there. Other than that, guys, I hope you had a good time. I hope you learned something. I hope you checked those links that Tucker spammed in the chats because they're important context for what we're doing on the show. And if you're not aware, Snorlax_UW, the OG of Unusual Whales Options Flow, does a show every Thursday as well, usually about an hour before Power Hour. A lot more beginner friendly, a lot more flow reads, less live trading. So if you're new, you're trying to learn stuff with the platform, trying to learn how to read flow, that's the one to tune into every week as well. But until Wednesday morning, folks, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you had fun with our dumbasses, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Take care, homies.
Enjoy your day.
See ya.